Hello, everyone! Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it so much. Hello. We have all had a very interesting 2 weeks, but we have more important matters to discuss. I forgot to hit record, so I guess we're going to go ahead and use the stream VOD. We have more important matters to discuss. The team did not decide what their name was going to be. So while we have the opportunity of speaking to chat and not being in character, I thought a great discussion to have at the beginning of this is maybe to pick two different options, and then I can throw up a Twitter poll, and we can see what the audience, what the Black Flames wish to have their name as, our adventurer's name. So I think the last time we talked, we were having shell puns.
It was a shell of a good time.
Okay.
Yeah. Shell, yeah.
Okay, everyone simmer down.
I don't remember.
Oh man, I'm just
What is shell pun? Come on, I have yet to get going on that train.
Yeah, don't be shellfish. Let him have his fun.
So,
Should just let it go, man. Should just let it go.
do we have any contestants for what our name should be?
I'm totally still on rib ticklers personally, but I'm totally the Shellraisers was definitely one I really enjoyed too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all really on a slow start tonight? What does that mean?
We're late? Question mark? Oh.
Yeah, we did start.
We were what? Okay, listen, we were 1 minute late because I didn't unmute myself to tell them that we were going live, and I was like, why the fuck are they ignoring me? And they weren't ignoring me.
I'm here.
Oh,
No,
turtles are slow. Iron
yeah.
are really bad.
Yeah.
We let it do it too much.
But my personal favorite was Shellraisers. Unless, okay, are we going to do a pun name? Is this what's happening? Are we doing a pun name?
I think it's a moral imperative at this point.
I agree.
By the way, I'm mostly asking you this because whenever you get to the border crossing, you are going to be asked to put down a name. I just wanted to do it now instead of in the middle of the game.
Oh, it would have been so fun to make us come up with that on the spot and just
We're like
panic name ourselves.
It would.
The Shelly boys.
Just shell guys, shell people. How about?
The Shell.
it's
Shell shocked.
Either way, it's gonna be a shell of a good time.
We're doing a shell pun. We're doing a shell pun
Yeah.
Sure.
in honor of soup.
Totally.
Totally.
Stop. All right.
But also don't.
I know. I also like Shellraisers, so I'm gonna go ahead and nominate Shellraisers. What do people think about that?
I think a lot of us were pretty hot on Shellraiser.
Yeah, that was my favorite of the names.
I'm trying to think. There was another good one that we had too, but I don't remember what it was.
It's not like we can't change it later.
That's true. We just knocked when somebody dies.
Wasn't one like the Brotherhood of the Shell or something like that?
The Brotherhood of the Shell.
That's right.
That which is less punny, still shell oriented but less punny.
Mm-hmm.
The Shellowship.
Oh,
That has very quickly climbed the ranks.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Okay.
I now feel like I need to constantly make turtles and tortoises a thing. You know what? We need to get like an elder, like a fucking Gandalf that is a tortoise.
a turtle,
Yeah.
a turtle,
A turtle, yeah.
You can call him Taldoff. Tordoff. We gotta play a name on that.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we'll figure that out. We can
Wait,
figure that out.
the Shellowship. I really like the Shellowship.
Shellowship is good. That was slick.
Yeah.
Because it also gets the Lord of the Rings in there, and like, let's be honest, like we're all Lord of the Rings nerds.
It's pretty legit.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
The Shellowship, son of a bitch.
Maybe that's the two that you put in there for.
Look, as long as we don't have to explain it to everybody, they're gonna be like, "What?"
That's the
Shellowship?
thing.
We're
Like,
okay,
you know,
well,
we're gonna roll into town. Hello, we are here. We are the Shellowship. What does that mean?
Okay, so there we were. No shit, there we were with the turtle.
So there was this madam. And just, you know what? Watch the video. And they're gonna be like, "What's a video?"
You're gonna want to go to YouTube.com.
Look, YouTube.com/Alex Pop.
Oh
But not
my
Alex.
God.
Like, hey.
What about Fellowship of the Shell?
Fellowship of the Shell.
Not quite. Doesn't quite have the same ring.
Yeah, it doesn't. Nah, the Shellowship was.
I will not make you explain it every single time. You may get weird looks, but I'm not gonna make you explain it.
You are a kinder dungeon master than I. I would definitely every single person be like,
Happy's like, I'm gonna make you live with that choice.
Yep, I got
All right,
minutes
so,
on the story.
If this becomes our character's shtick, then every time we introduce ourselves, it has to be, "Shalom, I am Brick,"
Shallow.
Hello.
or Shelmet.
Hail and Shellmet.
Hail and Shellmet.
We just started off the rails. We didn't even start and then get derailed. It was just straight up.
This is like no rails.
The rails are over there somewhere.
We left them far, far behind.
Oh, that's funny.
Holy crap.
Okay. I really like the Shellowship. And then what was the other one that everyone liked?
Shellraisers.
I don't know, man. I think Shellowship for the
Shellowship
win, in
is
my
my
opinion.
I honestly don't know if you can beat Shellowship.
The last minute entry. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Out of the
Dark horse
blue.
coming out of nowhere.
Holy.
At the buzzer.
Yeah.
Bringing in just in the nick of time, the Shellowship boys and girls.
Shellowship?
Oh my god!
Clouds did part. Holy voices did sing.
I really like the Shellowship. Shello.
It's good.
Cello.
All right,
Shello.
I will put the Shellowship up on the Twitter page.
Shello
For approval. What? The Shellowship of the Bros.
No, I think it was the Shinoda. No, it was the Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Shinoda.
God.
I literally have tears in my eyes, you guys.
Master Kenobi.
I
At some
will.
point, we're gonna be okay. I don't know when that point will be.
Yes, this entire Twitch stream is going to be us talking about Shellowship.
You know what?
And
If
not
this entire
studying.
Twitch stream is Badru serenading and making an evil goddess fall in love with her and shell puns, yeah, I'm okay with that. That can
take
be
that
my
as a
legacy.
win.
Is Shellmoral Kenobi too much of a stretch?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a reach.
Shellmoral.
All right, I will throw this up onto the Twitter for approval, and of course, if you are watching this on YouTube, because I do see you, thank you, you lovely humans who decide to watch this on YouTube, leave a comment below whether or not you approve of the name being the Shellowship. We will
Minimus Gluteus. Title of this episode is Shelcome to Hell.
I
People are
know.
gonna see that title and be like, "What?" And they're gonna get 30 seconds in and be like,
I got it.
All of this makes perfect sense.
"Oh,
All
shit."
right, we will
boy.
run with the Shellowship, seeking approval from our lovely audience. Did anyone do anything exciting? I think we already talked about all that. What time is it? 20 minutes in. Fantastic. How you guys feeling? You guys feeling like were y'all like sitting there like I just want to play.
I'm feeling.
All week.
Yeah, I was the same all week. I was just sitting here like I want to play.
Yeah.
I'm feeling excellent.
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 That's 2 puns.
Oh yeah.
That's eggshell.
Excellent.
I get bonus.
Or only 1 pun if you're doing Easter things.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We're
All
a disaster.
In the name of not giving away information that I haven't already given away, would anyone like to give us a little recap of what happened last week? Do y'all have the music up, by the way?
Oh, I totally forgot about the
Nope.
I forgot to tell the music. I forgot to tell the
Thing.
music. It's in the pinned post in
Yep,
the
yep,
initiative
yep, yep.
intrigues. Yeah.
Bardley.
Boom. Music.
Hopefully you guys hear it.
You know what? I don't need it. I don't know how to do technology. It's fine.
Gets a souped up computer. I don't know.
I got that.
Yeah, thanks for the $2,000 computer. I have no idea how to use it.
Turn down the music for streaming. Okay. Ooh.
Hello, Paps.
I don't know how to look at pinned comments. So funny.
There's
In
a-
like the top. It's in like the top right of Discord when you go to the
channel.
Intrigue text channel.
Mhm.
There's like a little.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that.
All right. In the
there's a
sake
pen.
of I don't remember what information I have or have not given, would anyone like to recap our last session?
I've got our notes.
Do a whole lot last time.
This time I actually remembered to take notes. So the big combat, I wrote like no notes. I feel so bad because I'm usually really good at that. Yeah, but I mean, I've done like blow by blow combat notes before, and it's really fun when anyway. Brick managed to get himself a magic floating pot handle.
Mm-hmm.
And this weird big cursed egg. And he really wanted to cook it. And we're like, maybe let's not. And then we figured out that it was a silver dragon egg cursed by some chromatic malady that will eventually corrupt the egg upon hatching. Brooke had a conversation in his brain during the watch that we were not privy to. He then had a conversation with Chiron about, hey, is it weird to have conversations with like hearing voices in your heads? No reason.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a psychosis. And then Chiron had a pretty long conversation with Sathrin about dragons, their extinction, how to fix the egg, why was Sathrin created in the first place. Found out that if we get a gem of pure good, we can use that to like siphon off the evil curse on the egg as it's hatching. Then the next note is, turns out Brooke was talking to the dragon, so that's a thing.
Or the curse, if that's a thing.
And then Liu, so we then went back, brought the egg to the outskirts of town, asked Liu to come out and have a chat with us about the egg because we were real concerned about bringing it into town. And then he was like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't. And no, he let us bring it in, and so we could prep for our leaving, but we shouldn't like leave it here and try to like open it here, especially if we need to try to fix it. We shouldn't let it hatch here.
Yeah, the egg convinced Brooke to convince us to stay outside, right?
Yeah.
And then we brought Liu out, and Liu was like, I got guys with me.
Yeah. He then suggested that we go to the town of Lilyton, which is close to the Karen entrance from the mountain pass. See a human woman with short red hair missing an arm. She's a cleric of Simone. My spelling is probably terrible. Tell her old man Liu sent us to purchase some lilies, and she'd probably help us out. And that's what I got.
I believe also.
I'm sure I missed things, but that's what I got.
Quite unceremoniously revealed that we only had like 2 months until it hatched.
Yes,
or something
also
like
that.
Yeah, he was like, by the way, there's 2 months.
Oh, by the way, it's 2 months.
So as you have now gained quite a bit of knowledge about not only the dragons, but also the things that need to be done in order to just keep a chromatic dragon from being born. Liu has left you to gather provisions while the people that he came here with. Oh, Liu also did reveal to you that he had a life of espionage before he retired.
Yeah, kind of a spy
That's
master
right.
sort of deal.
Around.
So he had a couple of people watch the egg for you guys so that you can go into town and get provisions and anything that you might need. For the very long and treacherous, not treacherous, but the very long journey to Corinne. You would be going through the mountain pass that is actually in the stronghold of the giants. It is owned by the giants. However, the giants have permitted strictly this one valley, this one particularly low valley, to allow people to cross from Queldrim to Corinne, while, of course, paying a tax to the giants. And for our lovely viewers, I finally have a map. So what you are currently seeing on the screen is a map of the first continent of Oblorn. This is the first continent. It is split up into several different areas, kind of going from west to east. We have Zeos, the land of the elves, which is more of a tribal meets very like socialism kind of a thing. Mount Tankian is the holy mountain that is where the world touches the world of the gods. Supposedly, nobody can actually go up there. You go up into the mist, and then you come back down. You don't know how you did that. It is mostly owned by, intended to by the monks that live on it, because most of the gods, even the evil gods, are allowed to have some sort of dwelling up there, some sort of church up there. Then, of course, the ridge of the mountains, the very tallest peaks of this ridge of the mountains is the stronghold of the giants. Nobody really knows all that much about the giants. They kind of tell you to fuck off, little people. And up north, we have Queldrim, the land of the dragons, which you are in. Down to the south, we have Corinne, the land of the humans. And then we have the motherland of Jin, which I really felt like that is what dwarves would name their shit. The motherland, you know? That is, of course, owned by the dwarves. Up north of that, we have the Frozen Mire. Nobody owns the Frozen Mire because the Frozen Mire absolutely holds nothing. But what it does hold is the black markets and evildoers and very bad people. If you want something done and you don't want, and you go to people who go to the Frozen Mire. It's basically, if you can make it through the mountains, you're scot-free. You're gonna have to live off the land and eat ice fish, but then we have Streg, which is sort of what I would consider like a desert with a lot of plateaus, which has a very tribal system for the Tabaxi, the orcs, and the Tabaxi, the orcs, and the, oh my god, I always forget what these guys are called. Horse people, the half horse people.
Centaurs.
Centaurs, thank you. And then the United Herd of Steady Step was actually an area that was left over. Nobody really wanted to claim it. The dwarves didn't really want it. None of the tribes really wanted it. And so the Loxadon and the Turtles got together, merged them, kind of joined forces and settled that land. And in it, they actually ended up finding Air Genasi technology that they ended up reclaiming and repurposing. So it is actually a metropolis. Well, some of the places are metropolis, and then there are other places that aren't. But there is a lot of interesting technology that is only held by turtles and Loxadons. And so where we find ourselves, if you will just...
I have a quick question. For those that don't know, what is a Loxadon?
A Loxadon is an elephant person.
And they are so wonderful.
They are my favorites.
I did not know about them at all until I got a mini through a mini site where they send you like a new box every week of minis, and I found one and I was like, what the? And I looked it up and I was like, these are amazing, and then that became one of my favorite races.
That sounds like a dangerous thing that I want to
played
ask
one
you
too.
about
That
later.
is also something that
People
I
with
would like to
nitro.
get information on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't
some
even
point-
know.
At some point, I'm going to create a character named Loxadon character and name him Babar. Just
Yeah.
because it has to happen if
Just
no one's done it
wear
yet.
green, just wear nothing, just wear all green, and
So, as I can finally point out here on the map, you guys are currently where the silverish and
silver and red up at the top there.
silver and purple, silver and red area is. The pass that you need to go through is where that A is. If you notice where the A of the giants is, there's a piece that is a little bit paler yellow. That is the pass. And then on the other side of the pass, Liu marks on your map that that is the general location of the city of Lillington.
Oh, is this like an elevation map where the darker
It is
the
an
color, the
elevation
higher it is?
Yeah.
Wow, I just realized that.
It's a topo. So yeah.
Topography.
So yeah. So that would be our valley of transit there.
Yeah, totally safe. Nothing's gonna happen. Everything's gonna go super smoothly. Cool, got it.
It is
Walking
actually
little tiny valley of giants.
It is actually a well-traversed valley because it is one of the only ways in order to get out of Corinne. There's only so many ways that you can get out of Corinne since it's kind of nestled by the giants who would literally kill anyone on sight if they ever saw them in their mountains or what they thought were their mountains, even if they weren't. And
Well, yeah.
so that's kind of the issue.
And to the east, there's the Dwarven Mountains, the motherland, and then to the northeast, there's the frozen offal that nobody wants to go anywhere near. So,
Black market. So, just seems kind of a cool place to. Anyway, we're going south, right?
Yeah.
yes.
So before you
Southeast.
leave, is there any provisions that you would like to gain? Anything you would like to collect?
Yes, Brick would like to know if he got money for healing potions. Did we ever get lots of healing potions?
We were not able to get lots of healing potions. We were hoping that by dealing with some of the things that we've dealt with, they would be able to get more. The shop that we went to would be able to get more provisions to make more healing potions, but we don't know whether or not that happened yet. We haven't been back there since.
Yeah, we got one healing potion.
Yeah. So you guys currently have two of Liu's underlings watching the egg, so you can go and peruse as you wish. You can go speak to who you wish. If you want to go speak to, I don't know, like someone like, I don't know, Xander, and tell him like the great heroic deeds that you have done for the town, that might be a good idea.
We should probably send word to Madam.
I feel like she probably knows, but yeah, we can send her a letter.
Yeah, her. That lets her know that at the very least we're not dead, and we didn't just skip town.
Yeah.
We're just sidetracked momentarily.
That the thing that we did for her, or that we were supposed to do for her, has been done for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be a thing. Get a messenger or something to go do
Yeah.
that.
That is absolutely doable. So you kind of go into the inner portions of the city with the fountain still raging on. And as you look at the fountain and you look at the dragon that is carved in, you might wonder how powerful is this thing that you guys are now entrusted with.
I know. I'm gonna have Leopold just kind of flitting around above the egg, keeping an eye on things, just in case shit goes sideways while we're in here doing our stuff, that he can tell us and we can.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you enter in to find a courier of some sort, as you enter into the section of the city that is in the mountain, you are very quickly able to spot a young boy who has several pigeons. Though these pigeons seem to not necessarily be alive pigeons, because they're just kind of like sitting there. They seem to be more like Leopold, where they're a manifestation of a spirit in the form of a living being.
Cool. That's a very neat trick.
Magic pigeons.
Magic pigeons.
That sounds like good stew to me.
I don't think you could eat.
Too gamey.
Yeah, it's probably all right. So who do we talk to get a message back to? Man,
I would look at this guy with the pigeons. I think we might be able to utilize one of his magic pigeons for that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's possible they are delivery service.
I will go talk to him.
Oh dear.
So
I don't know that would be a good idea. Why don't I go? Why don't I go and talk to him? I will save you the trouble. That way you can focus on doing what you do best and picking up delicious meals for the rest of us, eh?
Oh, Badru, you are my friend. You are my mountain brother. I appreciate that.
Oh, of course. And I gently pat him on his back, and as I turn, I look at the other guy, at everyone else, and I'm like,
He leans over to Badru and he says, "You get extra serving a stew."
Yeah. Chiron sends you a message. Thank you. you just hear Chiron's voice in your head. Thank you.
I respond in my head as best as I can with the mental image of me just going.
The message cantrip is so good.
So you walk up to this young boy. It is a young lizard folk boy, who seems to care quite a bit about these pigeons, as he's preening them and making sure that they're good. But it is quite obvious that these pigeons are more familiars than actual pigeons.
Excuse me, young man. Might I ask you a question?
Oh, yeah, sure. What's up?
These pigeons that you have here, they are very nice. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on how beautiful your pigeons are. Would you be willing to allow us to hire one of these pigeons for, say, message sending purposes?
Oh, of course. That's why I'm here. That's how I make my money. Do you have a scroll or an item that can be carried by a pigeon?
Just a second. Did we actually, and I turned to everyone else, did we actually write down the message that we are going to send?
Not yet. We hadn't known what kind of courier we were going to be able to get.
I think we're going to be able to use.
We're going to with the pigeons.
Yes. That is the young man. I'm sorry, young man. What is your name?
Well, the people around here call me Ed.
Ed. Good to meet you. My name is Badru. So Ed here, we're going to hire Ed and his pigeon to carry a message for us. I think it would be a good idea to have a message. I think it will be a small scroll, just to something easy to attach to the pigeon's maybe leg or something. I don't know how your pigeons work. If you're most of the time the scrolls will be wrapped around the pigeon's leg and what have you. I don't know if that's what you have going with your pigeons or if they carry them in some other satchel or something. I am talking a lot.
What size? What kind of scroll? Like, what is the size message you can send?
I've got parchment paper.
He smiles at you guys. You guys are really funny.
And then we've had a long day.
He goes over to his thing, and he the little thing that all the pigeons are sitting on, it kind of has these like drawers underneath, and he pulls out a drawer, and on it you see a little cylinder with a little cap, and then these two little handles off of the cylinder that are perfectly positioned so that a bird could grasp those two handles and then fly with it.
Nice.
And then he pulls out.
So
he pulls out a piece of paper, and he says, "It'll be 3 copper, please."
Oh yes, no, that's no problem at all. It looks like it's about 144 character limit, so be careful. And hands it to. Chiron will pay for it.
All right. Who is writing the message?
I got you.
All right. One moment. We'll get the message for you.
Yeah. Madam
Mandy.
Mandy. Thank you. Comma. And then I'm going to write out a nice message because I'm not going to do the whole thing right now. And I'm going to do the ink in like different, it's going to shift from like purples and blues. So you just add a little spice to it and then make it look all pretty. And you got the tortoise delivered to the thing at the place. And thank people. And we will tell you more about it when we arrive back there. Thank you. X's and O's, probably too much.
It's probably too much, yes.
Erase.
Undo.
Yeah.
I have a backspace.
That's the
Love. Nope.
No.
Very
Sincerely.
respectfully.
sincerely.
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 Mordecai and company, and in parentheses, the Shellebration.
Yes. Nice.
Well, now we can't go back.
There's no going back.
Written in ink now, right?
All
There's
right,
no
so
way we can undo it.
this must be delivered to Madame Mandy at the Sanfo Cafe in Liman.
Liman. Oh, okay. Well then, the charge for the flight time will be 1 silver. So your total is 3 copper for the package and 1 silver for the flight.
Not a problem.
Does anybody know if that's actually a reasonable price, or we just
Nope.
like trusting?
That seems like a good thing for you to try to
Child.
intuit. And of all the people, I think you're the best one to do it.
I mean, I can afford it for this.
Yeah, silver.
I will also note, you guys have seen a lot of pigeon carriers before, but you've never quite seen a pigeon carrier set up like this.
Yeah.
I like it.
And you
That
know,
is very impressive.
I'm willing to pay a slight premium for for eccentric service.
So he takes one of the pigeons and he gives it the scroll and kind of like speaks to it, but nothing actually, like nothing verbally comes out. And then the pigeon flies off and scoops out of the entrance to the cave, and whew, off he goes.
That's so cool.
Really nice.
What's one down?
And I flip him an extra copper as a tip.
Oh wow, thank you.
You're most
Hey.
welcome.
Thank you very much, Ed, for your service.
Of course.
Oh, thanks, Mordecai, for writing that lovely message. Oh, you guys.
Well, thank you, Mordecai, for writing the message. I very much appreciate that. Very nice of you to do that.
I'm
Your
just happy to
penmanship
help.
is astounding.
Oh, thank you. Oh, shucks. Well,
Maybe
we're
you
to
flow
next.
from one letter to the other. It is graceful and wonderful.
As you guys finish up with Ed, as you kind of turn towards the entrance once again, your eyes are caught by a quite regal-looking black dragonborn, who is quite very, very Xander, who is making a beeline, not a beeline like an aggressive, but just walking
I hope
towards
not.
you. Just
Hey, look, it is
Clearly-
under everyone.
clearly coming to you.
Brick looks up from his recipe book long enough to wave at him, and then goes back to planning his next meal.
Just the dragonborn we were coming to see.
Indeed, yes.
Yes, I'm glad to see you all alive and well. I see you have met Ed, our little sorcerer.
I knew I liked you.
Yes, he has been very, very helpful.
He goes, "Hi, Mr. Xander," and he goes, "Nobody really believed that Ed had the ability to be a sorcerer because he's a lizard folk, but I knew, and so I had him taken on.
Excellent.
Is it uncommon for lizard folk to be of the sorcerer variety?
Xander's kind of like pauses, and he goes, people don't really like us around here. They don't really, believe that we can do much, so it's nice to prove them wrong.
I will like kind of lean forward. I believe in you very much. I think that you have the markings of greatness about you.
Thank you.
You keep doing what you are doing, young man. Yes.
Sorcery can be a difficult life, but it can be very rewarding as well.
While you guys
He
are
is a
giving
sorcerer.
him
He would
these
know.
praises, you can see that the birds have now like sort of come to life and are beginning to like pay attention to you guys and coo a little bit and like preen their own feathers and stuff.
Brick kind of walks up with one of his little snack sticks, and kind of like in the when the Hulk walks up to Ant-Man, he just kind of his big fingers hands this little thing to him. He says, "You do good work, young one. Here's snack for you. Compliments
Thank you.
the chef. Just don't ask where it comes from."
This
Oh,
is better
God.
that way.
He like
It's
eats it. He's
really
like,
true.
"This is really delicious."
Oh boy.
I appreciate that. I'm glad that you enjoy it, because you know what they say about delicious food.
What?
And then he thinks for a second. He says, "1 second." He pulls out his little book, and he reads some ancient spiel about how a good, delicious, full stomach makes a man stronger or something. I don't have anything whippy or quippy to go with it.
That's what it says. That's the quote.
At the quote, yes.
Yeah. You know what they say about delicious food? What? It's delicious.
It
It's
is.
very good.
Oh, yeah, it's just the.
It's food.
It's so dang tasty, man.
All
Oh,
right.
you know what? I
young-
think he goes, I'm strong to the finish, because I eat me spinach.
Amazing.
Oh.
Xander says, "All right now. Can't let the boy's head get too big. His soul is already so big." And he Xander's kind of like claps him on the shoulder, and he gives a big smile. Well, shall we
Good lad.
retire to my office?
Yes, I suppose we should fill you in on what has happened.
That would be wonderful. I have heard that you have a very interesting and peculiar thing to tell me. However, my father wanted to keep it a surprise.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. Let us continue. And with that, I want to say thank you, Dead Aussie Gamer. I love you. And then as you all go back into the back of the cavernous section of the city, you are met with the smell of warm delights, warm sweets, and you can actually see that there are many fires that are now cooking sweetbread, like a pull apart sweetbread, and
Rick beelines to it.
Xander informs you. He's like, "Do you want to have fun?" And he turns to you and says, "There's a celebration that's going to be happening on behalf of the city, and so, of course, the city cooks."
Ah, delightful.
This looks like opportunity for Brick to instruct some airsick lowlanders on the proper way of the peaks.
I think they might know what they are doing. I think
No.
I would like to enjoy their unique dining experience. So maybe we leave them alone and we
I'm just
continue on
offering,
with Xander.
I'm offering tips for the mountain peaks. To
I-
any and
I-
all
I-
who are
I-
into-
I know, my friend, but weren't you working on something amazing for us? I mean, if you share your skills and advice with everyone, then we would not just have our thing for ourselves. I'm sorry. I know I am being a little bit selfish, but I want all of your sweet tricks for myself and for our group here.
Don't you mean shellfish?
I love that a third of our game is just Bodger talking Brick down. Like every session is just like there's a dedicated time where Bodger has to talk Brick down on something.
Listen, my friend, I understand what you're saying, and I think it makes sense. So, what I will do is I will go talk to that cook over there. Give some advice, maybe receive some, because part of being a chef is traveling the world and getting all the different recipes. Once that is done, I will retire to making sure I take care and plan and prep our meal for later.
I think I can agree with that. I can agree.
I'll hang out with Brick and just make sure he doesn't get into too much trouble.
Yeah. As you guys make your way over to where the mass the mass fire is, that has like kind of a chimney where they are baking the sweet bread by actually taking a piece of dough, putting it in a metal box, and then putting it directly into the fire. It's a very interesting way to make it. You see a very familiar, very sassy pregnant woman whip her eyes over and look at the two of you, making your way over. And she smiles. Do you remember this lady?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making sure that Justin remembers.
Justin has no idea.
The pregnant woman
Leona.
Leona, the one that...
From the yoga class.
Yes! I do now. Awesome. So Brick rushes over to her and begins some... Well, how does she react to his approach?
The snarkiest smile.
He goes... Good is evening, morning, night, I forget.
It's like midday.
Good day to you. How is the celebration going, my friend?
Well, it's going wonderful, since they're using my recipe. Would you like this one too?
If we were in the peaks, you and I would be cooking together nightly, because I have so much to learn from you. But I've been instructed by one of my mates here that I am to go and worry only about preparing my own meals and dishes today.
But
I hope you do not take offense.
He kind of
Take her recipe! Take it!
She kind of like looks at you.
I'm giving you mixed signals.
He looks around.
She kind of like looks at you and looks at Mordecai, who's being your handler, and looks at you. But have you ever experienced the joys of fire baking? I don't think that's how they do it in the peaks, is it?
No, the tossing of food directly into flames is a terrible idea. I'll be honest.
It's not directly into the flames, it's in a box.
I can see it. You tossed it in fire. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
is this like
it's sitting in
fire
and
bakers
we're
There it
gonna
is.
fade out on Leona taking him over and walking Brick through step by step of the process of making sweetbread.
Oh, he is giddy, and he keeps darting his eyes over to Bodger, waiting for him to interrupt him and tell him to go do something else. He's getting
Bodger's just like...
He goes, I appreciate this, airsick lowlander. You are one of the... I think you would do well in mountains, minus the throwing food in the fire. I think that's his problem.
Okay, Brick.
Okay.
He goes on a
I
rant.
think Leona can handle Brick.
And then as you all make your way into the back, into what is essentially town hall that has been carved out of the rock itself of the mountains, you head back into a familiar room that is pretty simply dressed with just a few chairs, although there are now a few more chairs, some whiskey, and a desk. And he sits down at the desk.
Whiskey.
And he says, This is the first time that I have had a moment to breathe in months, and to be quite honest, it is thanks to you. I'm quite curious. Oh, and he sees Chiron looking at the whiskey. Would you care for some?
If you're offering, I will not say no.
This is one of my favorite tricks that our sweet Ed created for us. And
your sorcerer makes whiskey.
He rings a bell, and the whiskey, he rings a bell, and the whiskey flask, boop, boom, and the top comes off, and the whiskey pours itself just the perfect amount. He's like, how many glasses?
One for me.
Just to be clear, Brick and I are still.
And he's just trying to like
Yeah, I'll have a glass.
Oh Lord.
Ding-ding-ding. Boop, boop. It doesn't bring it to you. We haven't.
No. I was just waiting for the. I'll go up and grab.
It's like,
I'll take a whiskey.
You gotta get it your damn self.
Walk up and get our whiskey like a bunch of peasants. I understand. No.
So, as you enjoy
Chiron will absolutely go up and get the whiskey and like bring it back to whoever in the party.
Yeah.
Like he'll
thank you.
bartend and bring the whiskey back for whomever.
he takes Xander's takes his glass. You can actually sort of see that the tone of his scales has kind of lightened a little bit. I don't know if you know this, but whenever lizards are very stressed, their scales actually become a darker color. Now that he is a little more relaxed, and you can tell just by his facial structure and just everything that he's saying, you can see that there is a slight red tone to just an ever so slight ruby shine to his black scales. He is indeed a black dragon, but it's just ever so glistening.
Nice red undertones.
Yeah. So he says,
Goes to
Red
you, Alex,
ombre
for
there.
including the nature channel in our D&D session. I love it.
so now, what is this story that I'm so eager to hear?
Oh, where to begin?
Indeed.
Perhaps begin where you left to travel up to the mountain with Tanis.
Right. Well, there was the going into the mountain, and then we wound up encountering a goddess who we...
Oh, no, after that part. This is after that.
Oh, this is after that. Oh,
yeah, going
right.
into the mountains.
Yes. After we got back, and Brick made that foul concoction for us to feed, to the Nilbog.
Brick comes barging through the door. What did you just say?
Okay.
I totally was going through my mind.
It was foul for us, but it was perfect for its intended audience, which is all that matters.
Right.
And
I
that's-
thought that's what you were going to say.
Whether or not Brick is in here, like Chiron is so afraid of that actually happening that he would actually do that. It was generally very successful. We came upon the goblin kin encampment and managed to through a bit of ruse and trickery we tricked our way into the encampment and had fed the Nilbog that food as a as a bit of a tribute, and it destroyed the Nilbog.
All right.
And then of course
There
the
was-
other goblins kind of went nuts.
Well,
It
yes.
was a whole
Then there was a fight for leadership of the goblins, or something that we found ourselves in the middle of, and there were some Ettins that needed to be fought off. And I mean, I don't know if we need to bore you with the nuts and bolts of that fight.
It might be worth noting that Tanis is now.
I was getting to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was talking about the actual fight.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And
I
then
put my hand through a guy. It was fascinating.
It was
Oh
wild.
my.
Yes, it was a thing. Then we ended up in a situation where this may be a delicate topic, but there's no genteel way to bring it up. There was a dragon egg.
I'm sorry, a what?
Again, I said there's no genteel way to broach
He
that
starts like
subject.
choking on his he starts choking on his whiskey.
No.
Oh,
Hey, it is okay. We had a similar.
like fossilized. Like we should put it in the museum.
No, quite viable, I'm afraid.
I'm sorry.
It's alive.
Okay. Well.
Yes, this is what your father wanted us to tell you.
Mm-hmm,
This was the surprise.
I see. Surprise.
Which is
Surprise
also why we didn't simply parade it through the middle of town.
Yes.
Yes, I greatly appreciate that. So.
Appears to be of silver heritage.
Good. That's good. Good.
However, currently under some kind of corruption.
That's not good. That is not good.
Less good. Less good.
Very less good. But we know of a way to siphon the corruption off of it.
Yes, Sathrin thinks that they know a method by which we can deal with said corruption upon the hatching of the egg.
Mm-hmm.
It involves a crystal of pure good.
Yes.
And Sathrin is the hat that knew my mother, correct?
Yes, Sathrin.
Well,
yes.
then I
Points to hat.
I trust her, them.
Yep. Hasn't steered us wrong just yet, though Mordecai, I think, is very suspicious. Also, the egg will hatch in about 2 moons' time.
Wonderful.
Thereabouts.
That's not a lot of time. So where?
No.
Where exactly is this egg?
It's currently being sequestered at your father's shop. And then we're getting it out of town. Yeah. After we came in to talk to you, let you know what was going on, provision up a bit, and then head out first thing on the morrow.
As much as I wish I could host a beloved return of something so ancient and beautiful, I am terrified, and he kind of looks disgusted, but at the same time defeated. I am terrified of what Young would do if he found out.
Which is why we are not telling him.
No.
Was not in the plans, no.
At all.
And this may be why I don't know how your father informed you that we had a message, but this is perhaps why he wanted to keep it quiet, so that it was, person to person and no chance of interception or anything of that nature. He seems to have a healthy professional respect for secrecy and espionage. Your father. Professional grade paranoia, one might say.
Professional grade. That old man loves to show off.
He reminds me so much of my grandfather. It is insane.
He told me he could kill me.
He definitely could, without a doubt.
I believed him.
I honestly do not tell him this. Do not tell him this. I have my doubts if he could kill Brick, a half-orc barbarian. I have my doubts, but he'd just slice you too.
Well,
we don't need to measure him here.
Yeah, only take out enough to win. No, but
we do not want to test that at all.
No. But yes, so that is the so yes, that is where we your father he let us know where we could perhaps begin our search for what we may need in order to
stop you real fast and say this is about the time where the door knocks and then opens, and Brick and Mordecai have been invited back into the office. Brick with a little bit more knowledge in his noggin. Well, it depends on how many brain cells he has, but a little bit more knowledge on understanding how to use a clay pot, like a clay trap, to throw it in the fire so that the fire doesn't char it, but still cooks it evenly and amazingly.
As we're walking in, Brick is having a conversation with Mordecai, trying to convince him to let him test the savoriness of his summoned bat. He says, so
if you if you kill it to eat it, it's gone. It doesn't leave behind any meat to. Oh, and then we kind of look up and realize we're like half interrupting, speaking very loudly.
But what if I just pull off wing?
I don't. How much damage would that really do? I don't. This might be a conversation for another time.
Yeah, I get you.
Gentlemen,
we'll talk later.
What are we having a conversation about?
I probably don't want to know.
We didn't want to ask that question.
So
we've gotten Lord Xander up to speed on our current situation and exploits.
Oh, fantastic!
Is he faster than you?
My father says that you have a solution. I have no idea what he said, but I'm just keep going. I actually do not know what you said. What did you say? Justin, what did you say?
Oh, I said that I had gotten Xander up to speed, and he said, "Oh, so is he faster than you now?"
Got it.
He just took that very literally.
Like,
no,
that...
my father obviously says that. My father obviously says that you have a plan, you have means, you have ways.
Plan. We have a direction more than a plan.
A lead.
But that's okay.
Yes, a lead. A lead is good.
Yes.
General understanding of our situation is probably better to put it.
That lead leads you through the Giant's Gateway. The pass
Indeed.
that leads you to Corinne.
Indeed.
Yeah, so
And
unless-
Lilyton.
Unless you know somebody that might be better suited to handle this, and then because this seems like kind of a lot to do for some people that just a lot of work, and we got other stuff we got to do. So if you got somebody else in mind that could handle
we've done most of the things that we've come here to do.
Exactly.
Xander kind of has a grin on his face. He's like, "Oh, you don't want to get paid?"
I mean, I'm all for getting paid.
Well, see how much. Wait, paid?
Yes, I will answer Mordecai. We would all like to be paid.
I was going to pay you not only for saving Yao, but I was also going to pay for your tithe to go through the Gateway of the Giants, as well as allowing you to become confidants of the city of Yao, therefore assuring your protection as you pass through the gateway. And then he reaches down and opens up a drawer and actually can do this.
Yes.
And puts it out onto the table. It's about 250 gold.
Mordecai almost passes out from blood loss.
All right.
So
I reckon we can stick around for a little bit longer.
My friends, you know what we can do with this amount of coin? We could build the perfect fortress. We could build the brick house. I make stew.
Oh dear.
We be done with adventuring. We bring
Is
in
it
people
spicy,
from all over the world.
So you just
You letting it all out.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Never apologize for that. That was fantastic.
That was a good one. He says, but we can, this is so much, we could do so much with this.
Well, yeah, but we got to spend all this money to get through the pass and to not get murdered by giants. We're going to spend all of it. To spend
But this is money that we then don't have to spend.
No,
Yes.
we take money, we go buy brick house.
This money would have a purpose. This money would be given to us for a specific purpose.
So we're not really getting the money. We're just kind of using it to.
Is this the tithe or is this our payment and the tithe?
Yeah. Important question. Thank you.
No, I would send you as confidants of the city of Yao, so not only would your safety be more protected, but also the expenses would come to Yao.
Oh, excellent.
So this is for us.
This is both a thank you and, we'll say, a down payment to be paid out in full later for making sure that we don't have a cursed dragon that we need to deal with.
And Badger kind of leans over to Brooke. See, my grandfather would call this an investment in talent.
It is an investment in talent. In fact, I will not lie, I will not even try to portray this any differently. I very much enjoy you all, and you all seem to have exceptional talents in what you are exceptionally talented in.
You guys
people
look
like
over
you
and
could be
see-
good for the city.
You see a slight tear running down Brick's eyes, and he says, "You consider Brick House an investment?"
I do.
Well, okay.
We'll worry about the brick house
moderately
specifically later.
On board.
Oh.
Okay. Quick question. We're gonna be lugging this very heavy egg around. You have something maybe we could use to carry it or
Very nice.
put it in or transport it? Because us taking turns, and by us I mean Brooke and Brick, carrying this thing around is gonna be kind of taxing physically.
Now,
Good
see,
work,
this is where we may have a slight disagreement. And you turn around and see that somehow Liu has just snuck in. The door was closed. The door was closed.
You should not be so silent for being so large a dragonborn.
I may be silent, but believe me, my knees are not. Ow. He grabs his knees.
Yeah. I am silent, but my knees are screaming.
I would like to babysit for you, if you don't mind. You see, Young doesn't like me, and he gives a toothy grin. You can see that one of his teeth is actually, one of the teeth in the back is actually made out of gold.
Brooke is not baby.
I don't think he's meaning us. I think he's
No.
about
The teeth of the dragon, the commander of the military, Young. He doesn't
Yes.
like me, and he doesn't really go into my shop, and my shop really doesn't do much because it's a front. And he smiles again.
Of course it is.
And he goes, "Father, please stop showing off. This is not the time nor the
I
place."
really am enjoying this. He makes me homesick. Are you looking for a nephew?
I would love a nephew.
I volunteer as tribute.
You can all be my nephews.
Excellent.
Chiron hands his hands like the rest of his glass of whiskey over to Mordecai. This is actually pretty good.
And then, almost in just laughable hypocrisy, he goes, "Oh," as Anders goes, "Oh, Mordecai, I wanted to show you this." Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. And you see the whiskey in the corner. Boop. And the whiskey bottle tips and then tips over and fills a glass perfectly. Ed did that. Ed enchanted that.
The young man, the young... See? Talent.
Talent.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt, but if he poured you your own glass and he reaches over and takes his glass back from you, you've got your own now. I just didn't want to interrupt. Wait, so okay. Well, now since we've interrupted, are you saying that you want us to leave the egg here while we go and get what we may need to fix the problem?
I
It'll
am
probably
simply
be safer for
saying
the
that
egg.
I have a safe place for her if necessary.
Brooke?
split off my back, but that's up to Brooke, I think.
It would be safer for the egg. We would be keeping it out of danger.
God, we put Brooke in the spot.
Well, just what are your? I'm not asking you. Hold on, Brooke.
Yes,
This is not a yes no right now. What are your thoughts on this?
Yes or no?
Okay. Wait, so listen.
You look uncomfortable.
Leo, look, you've not done. We're on side right now, but like, I do feel like it's worth reminding people that you are like a spy master, espionage, like professional liar. And so like, I feel, although on paper it would be safer here, I would like to have the eyes of a known truth teller on the egg than a known liar.
Well, I thought that you might think that, so I brought you this. And he tosses you something. You have to roll a dex check.
Oh,
mostly because we haven't rolled anything and we've been live for an hour. That's why.
Don't fuck this up.
Okay. But you catch it, and it is an orb that is black. It's a black orb. Now think about it. Look into it.
I shake it and then I look at the like thing that pops up.
You shake it and you look at it, and what pops up is an image that kind of looks like it's from the angle of like a counter, and then right in the image you can see the egg.
We have a dragon baby monitor.
I don't know what that is. This is a scrying orb.
I'm sorry.
I feel
I'm usually really good at doing crap like that. I'm so sorry.
No, you're so good. It's been all night.
Brooke is like becoming like a dad.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
He's like a paranoid father.
That's really cool, Uncle Leo. I like that a lot.
I mean, this is.
We're already going with the uncle.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is just happening now.
And besides, you are all my nephews now, are you not so?
So hold on. So
family.
So we're your nephews, and then the egg is kind of like my daughter.
So it'd be my granddaughter.
Is he like your granddaughter almost?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're on the same page. It'd be kind of fucked up if you did something to your granddaughter, right, Liu?
It would be.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Just making sure.
You Lola, you really are airsick, I think.
Who, me?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Family clan hierarchy.
Well, I've always believed that family can be the family you choose.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right, so assuming that the egg stays exactly where it is and nobody moves it, we now have a way to keep an eye on it. And frankly, I don't care either way. And I like Mordecai's just still mostly just staring at the gold on the table. So our job is just to like go get some crystals and come back.
Essentially.
That seems fairly simple, and I'm sure not going to turn into something bad at all.
Well,
Say something like that.
my concern. I do have what I feel is a legitimate logistical concern. In that, if we are to take the egg with us, it would give us longer to find what we need, because then we can perform whatever we need to perform, right? Like as we find what we need.
Oh yeah, we're on a kind of a time limit.
And if we leave the egg here, we will have half the amount of time because we'll have to journey back.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my concern.
Oh yeah, how long is it going to take?
More information could alleviate this concern if we find, if we discover that the thing that we're looking for is only 2 weeks walk from here, then okay, less of a problem.
It sounds like we've got no choice but to bring it with us.
How long do we have until this thing cracks?
2 moons. So do we know enough to be able to make this decision?
Brick knows all he needs to know.
How long would it take us to get through the Stronghold of Giants down to Corrin?
That's a good question.
It would take you about a day. It would take you about a day to get to the gateway, and it takes 2 days through the gateway.
So that's 6 days gone already.
Round trip, yes.
Yeah, round tripping it.
Mm-hmm.
Are Goliaths in this world related to giants in any way?
Yeah.
Does Brick have any cousins that might work down that way? Get some help. Does he know a guy?
Does he know a guy that might know a guy?
No, because
you're
from the southern
You're right.
and this is the northern.
Yeah.
So
Those bastards
well, but
put too much
and
fault in everything.
yeah, and he puts this question. He's basically like looking at Liu. With this, like, do we know enough? Do we know that the contact that you have asked us to go and meet down in Lilyton, would she be able to put us on a path that would get us solving this problem within the allotted time?
He kind of looks at you and kind of like hesitates. Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The person that you are going to speak to, her name is Rye.
Like bread? I love rye bread.
Rye was not always a cleric. She was originally a paladin. And one of the things that she did time and time again, he kind of like has like almost like a sad look on his face, was to collect crystals of good from holy sites for purposes. I was one of her clients. I bought lilies from her.
So
now I understand. So if we tell her that you sent us for a lily, she will know that we are looking for a particular ware that she may have in stock.
She no longer goes to holy sites to collect the crystals after she lost her arm. However, she does know where they are located.
Excellent. And hopefully there will be one within a sufficient travel distance for us to be able to complete this.
Well, to be quite frank, just from my understanding, I don't think she would be able to get me crystals within two nights if it wasn't close, right? I would come to her and I would say I would need this amount, and she would say okay, and she would go retrieve it, and 2 nights later I would have my crystals.
Okay. Well then that solves the. Well, that doesn't definitely solve the problem, but it makes me more likely to think that it is less of a non-starter to leave the egg. Which I know, Brooke, you're still seeming a little uncomfortable, but if if it's like, yes, it will take you 8 weeks to get where you need to get, well, then we kind of can't leave the egg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
because it will do none of us any good if we can't get back here before the hatch day.
I'd be willing to stand behind and take care of it.
Oh yeah, you alone with an egg sounds like a great idea.
I thought we agreed to stop talking about cooking the egg.
I didn't say anything about cooking. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if we think we can do this fairly quickly, or at least within the window we got, I don't see any reason not to do it.
Oh, all right. Well, let us grab our gold and go.
He hands the 250 to Mordecai, and you hear Leona say, "Now, nephew, you better share."
Well, I mean, yeah.
That would be 50 gold apiece.
And then finally, Xander produces five brooches. And
we
these
get badges!
Brooches are actually the exact same kind of like figure 8 that the dragon fountain is, with the exact same dragon. It's essentially like a brooch version of the fountain. Said, if you wear these, you will be protected, you will be watched, and you will be free to enter.
Did you just give us the D&D ampersand badge? That's what I feel like she just described.
I think I did.
I'm here for it.
Perfect.
I am not going to look a gift badge in the mouth. However, I'm just curious. Are we going to get... is there anyone here in town who may feel slighted or offended that a bunch of outsiders who showed up here about 2 weeks ago are going to be walking around with these? Should we save these until we get away from the town before we put them on?
No, to be quite
I'm mostly
honest,
talking about young.
No, to be quite honest, if you have these, that means that you did a great service to the town. The majority of people would be thankful. Oh, thankful! This reminds me. And he goes over to one of the cabinets and he opens it up. And he pulls out 3 little vials full of red with gold like flecks liquid. Puts them down on the table. Canary demanded the half-elf, the halfling. The Canary demanded that I give these to you.
Perfect.
I'm assuming potions of heal?
They're minor health potions.
Ooh.
So
Yes, I was going to. I was actually going to check in with her after we had hopefully cleared up her supply lines.
Yes, she's no longer in town. She, as soon as she heard that the goblins were on their way out, she made way for her suppliers to
Excellent.
restock. However, she was very insistent that I give these to you and tell you that they were from her, so that is what. And she says thank you.
Yes, we need to keep up our end of the bargain and make sure that everyone is aware that her concoctions helped us in succeeding in this. That was part of the deal. So.
I'm gonna take one and kind of hold it up to the light. Open it up.
Like a health potion.
All right.
Could you imagine if that was secretly a potion of poison? And his character just died right then.
That'd be amazing.
Roll a new hit.
Brick walks
gain
over.
negative 100 hit points. I'm sorry.
What?
Now, you've taken 8d4 curiosity damage.
Brick says,
I was just
Can I,
tasting it, guys. Jeez.
listen, my friends, I've got a question for you. May I have one of these things? As the person who has serving you all, I think that a drink like this could do me good in my time of need.
Of course.
I mean, it was a lot of flowery words, yeah.
You will not get an argument out of me.
You stop us. You do your damnedest to stop the rest of us from getting stabbed. Yes, have some.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Xander kind of peers over at you, and he peers at Brooke, and he says, Brooke, you've been quite quiet.
He's just like staring into the scrying orb. What?
1,000-yard stare down into
Are
the
you okay? Do
Oh, yeah,
you
I'm fine.
have a particular attachment to this egg?
Oh, it is quite particular.
They're exaggerating.
It is
It's
not.
like, listen, you guys are talking about like dragons ending the world and stuff. Someone's gonna keep an eye on it, you know? I'm very particular. That's me.
Roll deception.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh my
God.
Xander's is like,
Follow
oh,
with your bullshit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
Well, no. I'm just a hard worker, Is there anything else are we all good? Are we all squared off here? Is there anything else we need to figure out?
I look over at Brooke real quick, and I just kind of like give one of the last potion like a good tap so that it slides down towards him.
Oh yeah, he grabs it, tucks it away.
Yes, the other person who gets stabbed a lot. Yeah,
That's quite a bit.
Actually, that's a good point. Did we address? Like Brooke did a lot of like up close combat where he got like very blood soaked during that fight. Did we like prestidigitation or take a wash break or something? Okay, cool. Just Brooke's like drenched in blood.
Drenched in blood head to toe.
Hello.
Xander says, "Well, I have things that I need to get done, and you have things that you need to get done."
Oh yes.
Quick question. I've been asking around and haven't got anywhere with this. Spell scrolls. I know there's like a shop that's not here or closed, whatever that's. Is there anywhere else I could get my hands on something? Just something to read, brush up on, expand my magical repertoire.
Let me send a message to Ideal, and I'll see what I can do.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we're not heading out until the morning, I believe. So we have some time for sure. Yes. I think. Yeah, I think I'm good. Sathrin, anything you need to bring up?
This is all very interesting. I'm very excited to see how this unfolds. It'll be a great story to tell, no matter what.
Yes, hopefully we do well in it. And hopefully we can tell the story.
I hope so too. It's quite nice being on your head.
Ah. I like you too, Sathrin.
Oh my.
Get a room.
We're in a room.
Oh.
Well, if there are no objections.
Get a better room.
If
Get
there
an
are
empty
no
room.
objections, I would love to entertain my newfound family members at the distillery down the street from me. It is a house.
Man, let's go.
It is a house of boozy, the god of games and alcohol. I hope that will be okay.
Oh, games?
Yes.
Games?
Do not lose all of the money you were just paid.
No.
I am not giving you any of mine.
No.
I plan
Just
on
be. I'm not your father. I'm just saying, try not to lose it all at once.
Cool. Okay.
You may need it for something later.
Okay, or well, should we head out to the games and boozies?
Yes, I'm all for it.
Yes, why not? It sounds like a fun time.
Good. I will drink you all under the table, or at least I will die trying.
Please don't die, Uncle Liu.
He like.
Oh, do we want to get real hungover right before we're going to be traveling for a week? Yes. All right, great, let's go.
Someone does, apparently.
He starts laughing. I just have to inform Justin. Justin, all what you need to know is that you guys are going to a distillery that is actually a house of boozy, the god of games and alcohol.
Oh, this is for Brick.
Brick not hold his boozy?
He may have lost lots of hard-earned wages in gambling.
Oh, so
Maybe
you don't spend all of your money all in one place. I just had this conversation with Mordecai. Do not lose all of your money.
It should not be a problem. We were just all given lots of money, so I think we could build brick house earlier than they did. I think.
Do you need someone to watch your funds for you and give you an allowance?
What? What is wrong with Essex Lowlander? I don't need you to babysit me. I can handle my own gambling.
No, not babysit you. Babysit your money, so you do not lose it.
I would not lose it. It'd stay with me. Anybody try to pickpocket me, I crush them.
No, yeah, it's not worth it.
Okay.
As this conversation is happening, you are following the lovely Liu down into kind of more of like, I guess you could equivalent it to like Times Square, a more active area where the center around the fountain with all of the bazaar is much more food oriented and child oriented. This area is clearly not child oriented, as the smell of hops just kind of like exudes from this part of town. There are streamers across all of this section of the street. It's kind of like a 3 blocks of a street. There are streamers. There are dancers who are trying to make a little bit of coin. There are musicians, and there are magic tricks performers, fire breathers, all sorts of things, sort of all around and about. It's almost as if there's like a miniature festival going on, and I will gladly remind you that it is only 4 p.m. Right now there are...
Excellent.
Right now there are some kids tracing about, watching the amazingness of a lizard folk swallowing a sword and then pulling it directly back out. All of these sort of things. But altogether, it just seems to be a much different environment down this way than the streets that you had just turned off of.
Yes, I was going to say, this sounds like Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Brick is going to look for one of his favorite diversions known as Orc's Eye, which is essentially darts. Except there's usually an orc drawn on the thing, and the bullseye is one of its eyes.
You don't yet see people having the games and the sort of gambling and the more rated R things out yet, but you do see them setting them up. You do see them setting them up.
As we're watching, Mordecai's in the back of the group, and I'm just kind of watching everyone's waistline, coin purse areas for little hands and fast fingers trying to snatch things, having experience in crowds of like pickpocketing himself. I'm kind of keeping an eye on that for everybody else, making sure no one's snatching anybody's stuff.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but Liu is all but skipping down the street.
You did not. That is a thing.
He says, now, please, just come this way. I just need to do one quick thing. And, he opens up a door to what looks like a weapons shop. The last place that you actually, I believe you went to his home, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I slightly remember Brick cooking in his home. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Yep. He had Mordecai's extra hands.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
So, he unlocks his shop and lets you in, and you are met with a large assortment of all sorts of weapons, everything from magical to ornate to mundane to pickaxes and the swords and daggers, just everything that the eye can see. And Liu turns over and looks at Brooke and says, "Brooke, your lovely mistress is in the back," and points towards a,
He means the egg, dear boy.
Oh, right. I thought he meant Mandy.
I was like, very surprised.
What is she doing? Oh my goodness.
Oh
Wait,
my.
who, me?
Do you have more than one mistress?
I mean, listen, I was working in that brothel for a hot minute.
Well, I mean, that's true. But nonetheless, the lovely silver egg is in the back.
Right. Okay.
No,
I'll see you guys in a bit. Then I woke up.
Bye.
He's like, I must confess that I have a little bit of bookkeeping to do, or else my assistant is going to kill me. So, she can try at least. So,
I can protect you.
I'd pay to see that.
You all get a lay of the land, do whatever you do. Please don't pick any pockets. And he kind of flashes to Mordecai real fast. Or do anything of the sort.
I wouldn't dream of it.
And then he goes over to his desk, and he pulls out a pair of spectacles, and they look similar to the ones that he originally pulled out where he could see magic, but he puts them on and his eyes are suddenly like so much bigger. He's like, okay. And he begins reading a book and doing some accounting.
Some ledger work.
But like actual accounting. Leaving you all to your merriment. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but Brick, and I don't know if you were already aware of this, Brick's flaw, no one must ever learn that I once stole money from coffers to pay gambling debts. So this is a very terrible place for him to be.
No.
So he is going to go from every game. He's got several favorites. Orc's Eye is one. He's going to seek out that. He has a big love for Three Dragon Ante, Bone Dice, 21, all of it. The Bell Tolls is one he's not super good at, but does have a lot of fun at.
Oh,
He's just going to run around and look for any games that he can toss it down.
I'm gonna check on Brooke and just make sure that Brooke's okay. And like, we're going to go and check some things out. If you wanted to come along, or are you going to just stay here a bit?
He kind of looks between you and the egg a few times. It'll be fine, right?
Well, you have the orb.
I do have the orb. It's been a minute since I got up to anything. We haven't been at the brothel for a while. Yeah.
You really miss the brothel, don't you?
It's been my life for a while now,
Okay.
And now your life is transporting tortoises and saving dragon eggs.
It's a change of pace.
A bit, yes.
For sure, yes.
Yeah. Brooke agrees to come along.
Excellent. All right.
Badru is gonna hang out for a little bit, and just kind of peruse the weapons.
Yeah, most of the weapons are pretty low to medium end, but he's got a couple of bangers in there. I gotta be honest. We're
kind of low to medium end at the moment, so that might be our speed.
Although Badru would be interested in knowing what the bangers are.
Upgrades, people.
Something to work toward.
Upgrades.
In every game that Liu has been in, his prized possession is a flame tongue longsword.
I use a longsword, guys. Just
How distracted is he?
So do I.
Oh, okay.
That costs $5,000.
Dollars as in gold?
Gold. This is $5,000.
I do not have 5,000 gold. What about more or less on the medium end of things?
he looks around a bit. He's like,
It's a rusty stick.
what are you looking for? I have some. Just. It hits a little harder, or I think I have one that leaves ice. And he looks around kind of confused, I could have sworn that I had one around that when you hit someone it froze their skin.
Oh, that could be interesting.
He is looking at all of the different barrels that are just chocked full of swords. If you can find it, you can have it. you'll know it's a short sword, and you'll know that it is the ice sword by the fact that it would have a blue gem in the hilt. Well, down the hilt, but if you can find it, you can have it.
Thank you, Uncle Leo. I will certainly look for it.
Yeah, oh my god.
Just
Find his keepers.
Sword stuck to the wall and ceiling.
Yes.
Like, Brooke stood there and all the swords are landing around his silhouette.
Hey, Brick.
By the way, have you checked on Bugless in a while?
Oh, I'm always checking on Bugless. He's just like
Bugless
climbing
is good.
around and stuff. He's fine. He's chilling.
Bugless
I just wanted to
isn't
make sure,
gonna grow
'cause-
for a minute.
Because Bugless is awesome.
Bugless is amazing. Well, at some point he will get up to some serious antics with him.
Nice.
You're just collecting all the things.
I am a collector.
I'm gonna catch up to Brick, and be like, "Hey, Brick, would you be interested in maybe turning that 50 gold into like a little bit more?"
Ha! Now you're speaking my language, little one.
God,
And
Let's just do this thing.
And I'm gonna pull him in close, and I'm gonna describe to him the way to do what is essentially like a 3-card ante, but have like the inside man that comes up first, and he wins a bunch, and then he's the one that kind of sucks other people in to start playing it. And I'm like, does it sound like something you might be interested in? Like, you come up, and I'll give you a little. You'll know which card to pick, and then you pick it. And, oh, you won! It's amazing. And then you leave and let other people come in and win for a little bit.
Mordecai, are you my brother from another mother?
I feel like you and I are on the
I
same
have been
wavelength.
waiting for you for this. So listen, I never told you how I got into cooking stew, right?
Nope.
Well,
As
let's
good as
just
you are,
say
I see you
that I
absorb
wish-
into it.
Well, it was there was some other things, but if I would have known this trick then, I would probably not be chef. So let us do this. Now, I don't know if Alex wants me to give you an intelligence check or something to see if he could even follow what it was Mordecai was trying to tell him
It's
to
super
do.
easy. I dumb it down as much as possible. I'm just gonna tap my thumb on the table 1, 2, or 3 times, real subtle. If it's 1, it's the first card. 2, it's the second card. 3, it's the third card. That's all you got to remember. That's it. Win a couple times and then get out the way and please only win a couple times and then leave. Don't get all wrapped up in the winning and let me run out of money. All right?
Let us do this thing. I've got you, my friend.
And that's what Brick and Mordecai are gonna do for a
Yes.
while.
They're gonna run a gambling
Gonna
scam.
run a
All
shell game.
right,
my
so let's
God.
go
I'm not
ahead
picking,
and...
look,
I'm not
I'm just
picking
saying.
pockets. I'm not picking
Yeah.
any pockets.
Thieves aren't the only people that can have,
Listen, it's awfully
fun.
Awfully.
Yeah,
It's
awfully
off
good.
legal. Off legal.
Baby, it's tea time.
It's only
So, for the people who are going through the swords, for everyone who is going through the swords, go ahead and make an investigation check. I'm gonna let you know right now, you can only make one unless you use your inspiration, then you can make more than one. And you have to get like a fucking I'm probably gonna make this
Oh, I wish I'd stayed for that.
Oh wait, we're all making one? All 3 of us?
My investigation's terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, mine's
I'm
not
gonna
great
say
either.
that the DC
Neither is mine.
is 19.
I really wish I'd stayed for y'all.
That's
Was it we can only make one between us or one each?
You can make everyone who's looking is allowed to make one roll. The only way you're allowed to make 2 rolls is if you use inspiration. I will not let you help each other.
I'm not using inspiration on this. I'm going in. That's not gonna do it.
I'm gonna go in as well.
It's like I'm going in.
Before you
Start
start
but I
rolling,
will use inspiration.
I was gonna say before you guys start rolling, try to maybe think about other features you might have that might be able to boost that. Like cleric's got guidance, right?
I don't think did I choose that spell for myself?
Oh no!
It's real good.
I did not give myself guidance.
I apologize for not sticking around. I get a +8 to my investigation.
Oh no!
Get fucked!
Damn. All right. Well, here's my inspiration roll. Oh, so close!
No!
Damn.
No. I mean, I'm here. I may as well.
Man. If you wouldn't have blinked, you would have probably got it.
Oh.
I almost cut my damn hand off digging through something.
At some point,
No, I'm gone.
So you look and you look and you look and you can't for the life of you find one that like at the bottom. You found one that at the top of the hilt there's a blue gemstone, but he said at the bottom of the hilt where it like reaches the sword there's a blue gemstone, and that's the fucking sword that does ice cold damage as well, and you can't find it.
Frick.
Ah.
Well, should we get out there?
I will come back and purchase us a nice sword later.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that's fine. That's fine.
Right. Well, I suppose we should.
So what do the four of you do?
I think Brooke wants to find somewhere to get a drink.
Badger would certainly join him for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are in luck. On this street, quite obviously the center of the whole riffraff, is a literal entire fucking distillery. It is straight up a brewery and distillery, just sitting in the middle of the city. It is obviously a church, a place of Boozy, because it has his symbol. Boozy's symbol is either hops that are kind of like in a V shape, or a thing of grapes with a chess piece on it. This one they went for hops, so you know that they make beer here. And as you enter in, it is a bustling and moving with several muscular people, but also several like just normal looking folk. And sitting at the tap, waiting for your order, is a silver dragonborn.
I make sure that I am proudly displaying our brooch.
I'm doing the same.
Yeah,
but not proudly. It's just I just have it on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just kind of making sure that it's visible,
Mm-hmm.
and so that good evening, or what, is it still afternoon? Probably.
It's probably like
4, right?
5 now.
All right.
The sun is starting to set.
Good evening. What do you recommend?
Well, you got a couple options. And he looks at the taps behind him. Said, I can give you some good old sweet honey mead. That'll warm you right up. We have a spicy brew on tap, a spicy sort of woodsy type of beer. Or our good old Boozy's Piss. It's what everyone gets. And he smiles at you.
What do you think? He just looks behind him.
What's the strongest? What's the strongest thing you've got?
Oh, the strongest thing we've got. And he takes this thing and he takes this bottle out, this glass bottle, and puts it on the counter. The strongest thing we've got is Zen Walker. But let me tell you right now, this is not no ordinary alcohol. I'm just gonna let you in on that. Normally I don't tell people about this little effect, and I just like to watch the chaos. But I see you guys are friends of friends, so there's a little bit of a hallucinogen effect, just a little bit happy, just a little bit fuzzy, just a little bit colorful. Oftentimes it's questioned whether or not people should be drinking this. But let me tell you, it is a grand old time watching people drink this. Like smiles.
How much?
What?
Well, it's a silver for a shot and a gold for a glass.
And
Let me tell you,
the
little man,
bottle?
you don't want to do a glass.
And the
He
bottle?
wants the bottle.
I think
And
he
the
wants the
bottle?
bottle.
The bottle? He like lets you get in the bottle.
I'm not gonna drink it all in one go.
you see-
I don't have a death wish. But
This
like,
is a shot to Brooke. Brooke's
a
like,
shot is a lot to. If I drank the bottle tonight, I would actually just die.
Pretty
But,
sure
like,
he would
how-
die.
But like, how
Shit.
much is the bottle?
Shit, the bottle? 10 gold?
That's how much I have. Take it. And then he throws it on the counter.
You didn't
All
even
right.
try to haggle.
Good point.
Bold one. I like it. You want a glass? You want a shot? You want a glass? Complimentary on the house.
Are you guys gonna want any? I don't want to be like gross. You want some?
I am
If
going
it's
to
a
hold
strong-
off on that for now.
First of all, if it's as strong as he says it is, there's nothing alive in there, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah,
That
okay.
is true. You make
That's
a very
fine.
good.
However, also to Badru's point, I think I'd like to warm up first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we
I
can
might
warm
have
up.
a slight buzz on from that whiskey we had earlier. Just a nice little.
Oh man, if you want to feel good and warm inside, Boozy's piss will do that to you.
All right, so talk to me about the piss.
It is our
let's talk piss.
flagship in
Let's talk
signature
piss, shall we?
mead that we make. It is made from honey. It is made from honey that has soaked in jars made of mana crystals.
Yes.
Say more right now.
And so, you know how when you do hookah and it makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside and real calm and real the mana kind of gives it that
Is the other mead made that way too that you mentioned? The first
No,
mead?
no, it's all in Boozy's piss that's special. They're not special. They're just delicious.
You'll get over the name. Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you I named it Boozy's Piss in like 2017 and I haven't changed it even though it's been in so many games.
Never change it.
Never change it. Yeah.
I will absolutely take a mug of that.
I think I will as well. I am interested.
All right, I'm gonna take a total shot in the dark. I don't know where I'm getting this, but you two have never had Boozy's Piss before, have you?
No.
All right,
I'm not
Mug.
worried.
gets a mug, fills it. First one's on the house. Next one you gotta pay. Trust me, you're gonna want a next one. And it
Hey,
sure as
no,
fuck is the
those.
exact color and froth of piss.
Sensational.
You're gonna tell me it's served warm too.
Well, they don't have freezing. They don't.
Well, it's probably room temperature. It's probably It's probably like cellar cold. You know, like
Yeah, root cellar, yeah, keep it cool.
yeah, cellar. You know, cellar
Yeah.
cold. That's fine.
When he
All right.
says those ones on the house, Brooke's gonna like poke his head up again. Oh yeah, I'll get the free one.
Bold man. You want more?
You're going to have both?
We'll warm
Yeah.
up together and then maybe get stupid on whatever's in your hand there.
Exactly. See,
You want a mug or a glass, friend?
I'll have a mug.
All
It
right.
comes in pints.
It comes in bites.
Comes in pints.
Gets you a mug. You're like, all right now.
Think.
Don't go too crazy. You're representing the city, y'all.
I'll take it off later if I need to.
You
Yeah.
need
Why do I have a
anything
feeling
else?
Why do I have a feeling a con save is about to happen?
You have anything else? My name is
Um,
Yargo.
Yargo?
Yargo.
Pleasure to meet you, Yago.
Thank you very
Head
much.
cleric of the Boozy Distillery. And he gives a really toothy grin once again. That's right. So if you get a little too crazy, I can do some magic and make you feel better. But I don't know if I will.
I'm getting like Sam Rockwell vibes from this guy.
Oh my god. It's like the Justin Hammer of distillers.
Yeah, or like Zaphod. Like Zaphod from Hitchhiker's Guide.
Beeblebrox? Yeah.
All right. And now we get to discuss the thing that actually was the very first thing of mine that went viral.
Mm-hmm.
My drunk
your booze rules. Yep.
So you are allowed to drink as many drinks as your con modifier.
Uh-oh.
That many drinks of light liquor, or half as many drinks of hard liquor, or only one of what I call magic liquor, which is what you just bought. That bottle you just bought. So
the bottle, but not the mugs.
But not the mugs. The mugs.
Not the mugs of piss.
Not Boozy's piss. That's good liquor. That is just a soft alcohol.
Yeah.
You're allowed to drink that many to your con mod. Once you get past that, every drink after that, you have to do a saving throw starting at a DC of 10 and going up by 2 for every single drink that you do, or 3 for every single hard drink that you do. Once you fail that, you proceed to pass out. But before you, and I let players decide when their character is buzzed, when their character's drunk, when their character would make stupid decisions. I allow players to totally have control over that because I feel weird having control over that.
It's fair.
And so, once you fail one, you proceed to pass out wherever you are. I will give you, like, an action to, like, get somewhere, like, get to, like, an alleyway and then pass out. But before you pass out, before you pass out, you have to make another roll. And if you fail that, and that's a DC 12, and if you fail that roll, you vomit and then you pass out. Because it's fucking fun. And I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite memories ever at a table was whenever somebody failed it and they vomited on themselves and passed out. It was the fucking funniest thing ever. So.
Well, cheers.
Those are my drunk rules. Cheers.
This is going to be fun. Batu has a constitution modifier of -1.
Oh, yeah. So if you have a constitution modifier of 0 or -1 or whatever, you get 1 free drink. Free, you get 1 free, you get 1 free drink, and then you start making saves.
Yeah.
On my house.
Well, to the Shellowship, gentlemen.
To the Shellowship.
Now, while we're cheering to the Shellowship and drinking Boozy's piss, why don't we, over to our gambling men. You have found I can't call it 21 Texas Hold'em. You found a, was it blackjack? Is blackjack the one where you go to 21?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you found a table that is already set up for the night. It's already ready. The kids are starting to peruse off. The clothes of the dancers are starting to become a little bit looser, a little bit removed. And sure enough,
a brick is included in that, by the way.
Nice. And sure enough, you have found a card table playing blackjack.
Oh, we were gonna set up to do our own the 3-card Monty thing.
Wait, what were you gonna do? Oh, I thought you were just finding a card game.
They want to set
I
up
was talking about
a game and fleece patrons.
Yeah, I was talking about setting up our own little con.
So you see that, like, as you observe around the entire place, you see that, like, most of the people around here have, like, booths set up that are always set up. And, like, they have, like, signage and they have, like, lights. And there is not a single booth out there that looks like it's just, like, thrown
Two guys
together.
that just set it up. Can you make an illusionary booth?
Well, I mean, if it was it's my illusion spell is pretty minor.
Just,
literally minor.
that's a shame. I guess then we'll just have to come up with do you have a strategy for, like, card counting or something?
No, most of my The specialty lies in my own stuff, not like taking advantage. What? It's hard to No.
Well, I don't think this plan of yours will work, my friend.
Nope, another one down the drain.
We don't have booths. Do we spot any booths that are currently not occupied that we could sneak into?
Make a perception check.
I will help with that perception check. Or I will also make one, however you want to look at it.
Oh,
dang it. Or
woohoo!
there you go.
Yeah, you look at the booths and you kind of look around and it looks like you really missed your window. The majority of the booths have somebody at it, or there is somebody right now setting up. You do spy like one booth that has nobody at it. However, the shop directly in front of it, it looks like they are doing closing routines and stuff like that, so they are probably going to come to the booth soon.
Brick looks over at Mordecai. He says, "My friend, look. There is empty booth."
If we move fast, we might be able to get a little bit done before anybody comes to take this booth over. If you want to try, I'm not trying to put you in a spot, but I think it'd be pretty fun.
I might be able to carry it. I think we can move it.
Wait, move it? What, are you trying to take it?
Well, didn't you just say we had to move it fast?
No, I meant we can get in there and do our thing fast, and then when they show up I'm assuming whoever owns the booth shows up, we can just get out of here.
Okay, that sounds
Your part's good. Pretty quick and pretty easy. I'll worry about my escaping when the time comes.
All right, you lead the way, Mordecai.
I pull him into just like a little dark, just an area where nobody's really paying attention. I'm like, all right, pay attention. Look real close. It's gonna be me. And I'm gonna cast Disguise Self and change into a young, like early 20s, half-elf female dressed in colorful but not overtly colorful, just kind of I'm not muted, but like purples and pinks and bright colors, but nothing like super gaudy. Just enough that might draw a little bit of attention. And I slip, and then I'm like, all right, it's still me, Brick. And then I'm gonna slip over behind. I was concerned you might be confused. And then I'm gonna slip behind the countertop, or I'm sorry, the desk of the booth, and start like barking for people to come over and take. And I've already explained, like as we were walking, I was explaining the whole idea of like this is how we're gonna run the plan, the scheme, and so on and so forth. So I'm like, so I get out and I start barking for people to like, oh, come on over, try your luck, and dip, and I'm throwing cards around and shuffling and doing that thing and trying to get people interested.
Yeah, as you're doing that and trying to get people interested, it looks like the place that you set up, they sell like oriental fans and like oriental parasols and like paper parasols and paper fans, and it looks like they like specialize in that kind of stuff. As you're setting up, Brick, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. I think I got something. He walks over and he looks down. He opens up his book. He's looking at the table. Now, is he supposed to be? And this is just as a player. Is he supposed to be pretending to be a person walking up and playing randomly? That was the spec, right?
Yeah. The whole idea is as I start calling people over. Once people start coming over, you come over and you're the first one to try. You win a couple times and then you go do whatever you want.
Okay. He's kind of on the watch out for people to approach, but he's not very inconspicuous. So he's just like looking. Hey, and he starts asking, "Are you going to play game? I would like to play, but I don't want to play by myself."
You hear behind you. Funny, I'm running into you here. And you turn around and there's a large, muscular, bearded human, Uskar.
Oh dear.
Whoa.
I rolled a 14.
Nice. He says,
So it's-
"Oh, I'm looking for a partner to play game.
Oh, what are we playing? And he looks at.
I don't know. I just learned game, but it looks fun."
Mordecai's like, ceasefire, ceasefire.
Question. Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jacks. Oh, we don't have a code word for
Cracker Jacks.
Now he's gonna say we get a few more. I think. What? Oscar, do you want to help us?
That game looks really neat. Oh man, that game looks fun.
Pumpernickel.
All right. And then he says, "All right, one moment." And
Sorry, we forgot a safe word, Mordecai.
he goes over and comes back to you with a golden-haired dwarf that you have never seen before, and a kenku. It could be any one of the kenkus from the tea shop, from the tea ceremony place. You have no idea, but it's a kenku.
Oh, wonderful. Let us. Brick is gonna kind of usher him up, and he walks up to Mordecai, and he winks with one eye.
Super wink.
He says, "I'm ready. Let us play this game. I think."
All right, that sounds fun. And the dwarf hops up. The kenku looks over at you for a moment, and then you hear in Chiron's voice, "Brick, you need to be more sensitive to people." And he cocks his
He
head a little
looks
bit.
utterly confused.
Yeah, it's unsettling.
You need to be more sensitive to people.
And then he says brick again, just the word brick. Do it again.
Do it.
Brick.
This is very strange.
He
Are
is
you,
kind of
like,
trying to look at you, and Uskar goes.
Fucking love Kenku.
Uskar says, "Oh, you recognize him? You recognize Brick?" And the Kenku says in Uskar's voice, "You recognize Brick?"
You are a very weird one. I don't know what is wrong with Chiron today. He looks
You
different.
are a very weird one. And then he does that thing where birds laugh, where they're like, ah, 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 like that thing.
All right, let's just play a game. He's really weird, and Chiron looks different. If Brick just looks utterly confused at what's going on. Uskar shows up. There's a guy that's talking like Chiron. He's just thinking, man, Mordecai's got a good plan.
All right, now.
Mordecai's in full-blown panic mode.
This plan's so much more.
Uskar smiles at you just a little bit. Says, "Tell us how to play this game, miss."
And I just explained that all you have to do is find, and it's whatever the
Sorry,
cards
I just really gotta ask real fast. Are you explaining it in Mordecai's voice whenever you're dressed up as a?
No, I'm asking you. Right now, I'm just saying whatever the cards of the style would be in this. They're not. I don't know if they're kings and queens and whatnot, but oh man, you want me to do it? Well, basically, I'm not good at that.
Good.
No, I'll just assume that you're making a female voice, but I do need you to make a performance check.
Totally doing it in their voice. Does it not automatically do voices? That sucks. Performance check?
Performance, please. Because you're performing as a completely different person than yourself. You're not lying.
Yeah, and you did disguise self, right? Which doesn't really affect your voice or anything. It's 100% your physical traits. That is not good.
Yeah, Uskar just kind of smiles at you and is like, so explain to me how to play this game.
And I just explained that all you have to do is find the red card amongst the red with the two blacks, and that's it. And I point to Brick, and I'm like, would you like to go first?
Are you, please don't cover your mouth better when you cough.
I do vampire cough. Vampire cough.
Yes, I could do this thing.
So I
Oh my god.
going as fast as I can, and then I stop and I drop it on the far right side, and I just give the little 3 taps on the table, super subtle, hoping Brick remembers that was the plan.
Does Brick remember that was the plan?
I don't know. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh. I'm sorry, I forgot to say it was 2 gold to like do it to play was
Yeah, we're anteed up.
All right. So I'm just letting you know I'm using my inspiration with this roll, so I have advantage.
Probably a good idea.
Because I have a -1.
I have confidence in you.
Yeah, it makes one of us. Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, nice.
So you do remember what, even if Justin and Alex don't remember what taps mean what, Brick remembers, and that's what's important.
That's all that matters.
So I give him the little like 3 taps, boop boop. It's on the far, so he knows it's 1, 2, 3 over. All right, all right, sir. Where is vampire cough?
I really think that one is pretty, so I'm going to pick that one, and he points to the right one.
I flip it over.
Make
and
a
I'm
deception roll.
Oh, wait, who?
Brick, because he's
Brick
lying.
is lying through his teeth. Yes.
Lying.
Damn it! I didn't think. I should have totally.
I'm talking.
Oh wait, hang on. What do the cards look like? Because they may in fact be pretty.
They are. They're definitely pretty. I mean, they would. In how I would do it, was just be like a normal like they would just look like normal like essentially
those are
bicycle
pretty,
cards to us. Yeah, I don't want them to stand out.
So now I gotta do a deception check. Is there any other abilities you want me to roll that aren't ones that I suck at?
You're the one that decided to do a con.
Can I? Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad. Wait, can he help me?
Yeah, I was about to ask if I could be like,
oh,
you're right.
Yeah, he can help you.
Sweet. I need another one of those. Please, 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 please. I don't want to still be in debt.
Oh!
That coughing was a good distraction, thank you.
So, like, Uskar looks, like, kind of confused. He just looks a little bit confused. He's like, all right.
I think he's got the sickness.
I flip it over and I'm like, oh, you win, sir. And I take 2 gold out and I put it to match the 2 gold that he put on there. And I push them both towards him. And I'm like, there you go. It's that easy. You want to try one more time?
Yes, I do. That was very easy, I think. I got this. This Airsec Lowlander game, not bad at all. Nothing like in the peaks.
Can I try? This is very interesting to me.
Absolutely. And I'm trying to be like as loud and boisterous about like him winning and how fun it is to try to draw more people in to try it. I don't want to spend the whole game just me doing this. But yeah. So I'm just and then I'm like, oh, absolutely. And go ahead. It's 2 gold to 2 gold. 2 gold. And I start shuffling the cards up.
Yeah, you start shuffling them up, and Uskar, I know those are like really cool.
Oh, those are nice.
You start shuffling them up,
I collect cards.
Uskar's kind of watching you.
Decks, yeah.
And he's kind of watching you, and he's kind of watching like how you're
fast hands.
Like how you're doing it. He's kind of watching you. And he's kind of just, watching, and then whenever you're done, he's like, okay. And then I just try to see which card I paid attention to.
Yeah, just make sure you find the red one amongst the 3 cards.
The middle. Just do me a favor, and here, I'll do it.
When we do a sleight of hand. Oh.
So it was the farthest to the right. So you pull the middle one, and it is not.
Oh, better luck next time,
wow,
sir.
This is
You lost. You're no good at this game.
Oh, shit. The fucking Kenku like stares at you, and then turns his head over to Uskar, and then out of his mouth you hear your voice. Ha ha ha! You lost.
That's good. He says, Brick better than you at this game. I play again. I on winning streak. What about the bird face? Never mind. It might be his turn, I think.
Bird face.
Bird face.
He looks at you, and he goes, bird face. What?
Yes. Anyway, all right, let's go. I'm just distraction. Look over here. Very flamboyantly trying to draw attention away from the fight that might be brewing. And then boop, I stop it. I signal that it's the first card for Brick.
The Kenku goes and goes for the first. He actually like, literally pecks the table and he pecks the first card.
Oh wait, was it Brick or the Kenku? Sorry.
The Kenku looks at you, and then the Kenku looks at Brick. And it's your turn. What? He like looks back and forth.
So is it Brick's turn? Or is did the Kenku get it? Kenku got it, right?
Yeah, the Kenku found it. So I flip it over.
Oh, I lost. I guess I suck like Oscar now too, I think.
Oh, good God.
The Kenku does a little laugh.
I put my 2 gold up on the table and just like push it forward towards whoever put it out there. And I'm like, all right. Anybody else want to give it a try?
Uskar looks at kind of looks at you and then looks at the Kenku and says, "All right, now that you've won, would you like me to get your booth back?" And he looks at the Kenku and the Kenku goes, "Yes, please." Yes. All right, my friend.
Wait. I'm confused. He looks dead straight in Mordecai's eyes and says, you stole this booth? That's a horrible thing to do, Esek Lolanda. I think you're in trouble."
Make a deception check.
Oh boy.
Is that a lie though? We'll go with it.
You're deceiving that you didn't know.
That is crazy information.
That sucks.
The Uskar kind of like looks at him and looks at you and looks at him and looks at you. You couldn't find a better partner?
Mordecai looks up at the nearest rooftop and Misty steps to it.
Oh, you're abandoning me! No!
Drops the illusion and then Misty steps back down to the ground. Where no one sees it.
He looks around, he's like, well, are the coins still sitting on the table?
Yeah, the coins are still sitting on the table.
Brick is going to try to swipe them. And then run.
The fucking bird. Okay, make a...
Oh my God.
I'm booking it towards Brick as fast as I can while this is happening. Like, I'm running towards Brick, not as myself now. Just trying to get to him.
Oh dear.
Make a initiative roll.
Oh
This is
no.
how I do to see who grabs it first.
Yeah, that doesn't
Oh, you
necessarily
grab it
mean
first. Never
we're
mind.
fighting.
Yeah, so the Kenku goes... Oh my God,
barely.
that's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. So the Kenku goes to, like, grab the coins, but you're just a second faster than him. And he looks at you. He looks and goes, Ersik Lolander.
I am so confused right now. So the digital die rolled a 17, but in the thing it shows up as 6.
That's weird.
In my thing it says it rolled a 5.
Oh, mine says for Brick it says 6 to me.
Yeah, for Brick it
Well,
says
5
6
plus
on the in the chat, but on the screen itself, the die itself says 17.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's so
confusing.
weird.
It says 5 plus 1 in the little when you hover over the.
I was super excited, and I was like, "Why does it say I beat it? I beat him by 1? That is so bad."
That's
All right,
awesome.
that was. I didn't mean to digress. This was weird.
Whenever you come sprinting over Mordecai, Uskar kind of looks at you, and now the Kenku, a couple of the other Kenkus have started and the whole golden haired dwarf has started like taking the tea out from where you were sitting and started like setting up their little booth to sell like alcoholic and hallucinogenic tea. And and as you run over, Uskar kind of looks at you and smiles and says, "Oh, there you are. Where have you been this whole time? Your friend has totally been schemed by somebody. Just somebody came and took advantage of him and made him join in their little parade of trying to scam people out of money."
Yeah.
Shock and awe. What?
He's just smiling at you.
Taking advantage of like that. We need to go find the others. Because we gotta get down for the night and get up early for that whole mission thing we gotta do. We should get out of here. It was nice seeing you again, Oscar. Let's go.
And as we're walking away, he gets excited. Mordecai.
He goes, only Bother will know. Remember that.
Yep, me too. Bye.
He says, this was good idea, I think, my friend. Look, I've got extra coins now.
Yeah, they were.
I've never won. I usually lose. So this was a big change, I think. Let's do another.
Congratulations. Oh, why don't we? Well, you go on and spend that gold you just won, and I'm gonna.
No, I really do have a good idea, I think.
Oh, what you got?
We do arm wrestling. And people
Right.
bet on who they think will win. And then you show up and win against me.
Oh. I like it. I like it a lot.
You use that magical floating hand. I don't say it's not against rules. We win.
Look. You had me at let's rob people. I mean, let's do this.
So they go through their whole another.
Well, we gotta find
scheme
another
of-
booth.
You don't need
right.
booth for arm wrestling.
We're gonna go ahead and back to the other guys. How many drinks in do you guys think you are after about probably 30 minutes of scamming people?
They're all dead.
Yeah. Camera pans back to us. We're passed out under tables in like a drunken cuddle puddle.
Yeah.
Matthew's only have the one. He's nursing that one. He knows his limits.
That's me.
No, Chiron is 2 drinks in.
Okay.
And totally white guy dancing.
Nice. I think Brooke drank the piss and then went straight. He didn't drink a lot, but he went straight to the. Did we even get a name? I can't remember. Oh, we did. What was it called? The wacko juice.
The piss?
I don't remember what I called it. I was gonna go look in the VODs later.
Yeah, I can't remember what we called it, but it had a name. My super powered
Rainbow absinthe. That's what I've been.
Rainbow absinthe.
Well, yeah,
So
first of all,
he's had some of that.
are there any weird magic-y effects to the mana crystal aged piss?
Yeah.
So essentially, what it did is it just infused it with magic. So you just feel a little bit more awake, a little bit more alive, a little not manic, but a little more I could do this. Yeah.
That is the good stuff.
This is fantastic.
Woo! So Chiron is at his drink limit with the 2, before he needs to start making checks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's where he's at. He's just
Yeah, so I have a con modifier of 2, and I would have had the piss and then a drink of the super juice.
Then I need you to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, this might seem a bit reckless, but I'm going to use my inspiration on this.
There is never a better time.
I'm very worried about failing this. Go. That.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good. You're feeling good, and once again, you guys get to decide when you're tipsy, when you're drunk, what that makes you do, what you consent to, what you don't. That all is y'all's decision.
Whoa, so what realm of effects are we looking at for the super juice?
Right.
This long-
So you've just taken one sip of, we're just gonna call it magic absinthe. You've taken one sip of magic absinthe, and first of all, the taste is kind of the taste of a really, really tart granny apple, a green apple. But it's not entirely horrible, because instead of getting that after effect on your tongue where it's yum yum yum, you actually get almost a numbness. Almost
Okay.
like a tingly, like a warm numbness. And that's about when the walls are all made out of wood and stuff. The walls start being just a little bit more vibrant in their color. And the you see the grain of the walls actually growing a little bit. You see it growing and changing and shifting. There's not an insane amount of stuff going on, but you're
walls
definitely what?
Are the walls breathing? What the fuck?
Yeah, essentially essentially, like, the walls are just, like, doing a little dance. They're doing a little dancey dance. That's just what's happening.
LSD.
The grain in the wood around you, like the floor and the walls and the table, the grain is doing a little dancey dance.
Brooke tugs on like Chiron and Badru, and he's like, "Look!" and he just points at like the floor. Look.
The wood grain of the floor is really nice.
Do you see what's happening though?
There are people they are dancing. Yes.
No, like here, and he like crouches down and he's pointing at the grain, and he's like, "See."
I mean,
Oh, you're fucked up, aren't you?
you had some of the other stuff, didn't you? Oh my god,
That's amazing. You guys gotta try this stuff. It's so cool.
maybe later when we are on the road and less likely to be fleeced.
No, I'm down.
Hey!
I am going to be
Another time.
the dad tonight. Okay.
You got nothing important to do tomorrow.
Yeah. You drinking
Tomorrow's a
some?
travel day. Tomorrow's a travel day. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
So if Brooke will allow, because he paid for it, so
Yeah, he's more than eager in the state of mind he's in.
Chiron will do a shot of the super juice, and that'll put him past his thing.
Go ahead and make me a saving throw.
Oh!
Oh, you are feeling good, my dude.
Oh my goodness.
Plus sorcerer, so like that's a proficient, like con is a proficient save, so
Nice.
so he's good.
Oh.
And he just kind of looks over at Badru, immune to fire. Just not immune, but like
Very nice.
Nah, I like it. Immune to fire.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
As
so
the
he's
walls-
a little.
As the walls begin to do like a little dance, just a little bit. You see like a halfling boy, like a halfling young man come up to you guys, and he kind of like is like walking by, and then like whoop, stops and looks at you, and he's like, "Is that an entire bottle of absinthe? Are you sure? Y'all know the story of absinthe, right?"
No, what?
I do not know any story. He only told us that
the
it was good.
story.
And so my friend here bought an entire bottle, and yeah, they're enjoying themselves. I am having the piss.
Boozy believes that everyone in the
I am
universe,
having
no matter what race or class or bloodline, should be able to enjoy the joy of being drunk. So he bestowed upon everyone, including the working class and the poor people, a book. And that did not make the highborns happy, but it was a book on how to brew and distill the 6 chosen alcohol: wine, ale, mead, whiskey, rum, and absinthe.
Oh.
Now, the thing that pissed the highborns off so much was that absinthe was included, because that was supposed to be a drink only for the holiest or whatever.
The mucky mucks.
So the highborn set out to destroy all of the books. The Bible of Booze is what we called it. They set out to put to fire all of the Bibles of booze, but luckily in Yao, one survived, and so we are one of the only places in the world that get to enjoy absinthe.
Very nice.
Yes.
I like your
Yago
funny
spoke
words.
very highly of this.
He did.
I have no idea what you just said.
I took it all in. That is a very cool story.
Yeah, you tell them whenever they're not hallucinating anymore.
I will
Hey,
definitely.
Oh,
do
I
Yeah.
was fine.
I like
Have
offer
a
some of the
fun
drink to
night.
the halfling.
What? Oh, hell
offered
yeah!
some
He
to
takes
them.
it immediately
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just dunks it.
Woo!
My sister Canary could never. And he like walks off.
Wait, your sister cannot.
Your
Canary,
sister
your
is
sister?
Canary?
Yeah. Canary is my yes. Do you know Canary?
Yes, she is a friend and associate of ours.
Oh, are you customers of hers?
We did some business with her,
Yes, we did.
and her potions helped us save Yao.
Oh!
Indeed.
We have to tell you, the Canari's business is wonderful. She makes very good potions. You should go and shop there.
I think he
We
would
made
know. It is
we
her,
made
this
a
is her brother.
we made a deal. You see.
He like literally looks at you guys. That bitch did what? No, my potion shop is the best potion shop in all of Yao, and you will come and buy my potions here. And he like grabs a piece of paper out of his satchel. Is like, and that is a coupon, a good coupon for 1 free potion from my store.
I will hold on to this, and
Yes, have some.
we will come and make sure to visit and get a free potion from you. I would love to partake of your potion set.
The house of attack is much better than the house of defense.
Well, that depends on what you need. You see, like, do you have healing potions at the House of Attack?
Zen water, Max remembered.
Zen
water.
We do not have healing potions, but we have potions that'll make you kill your foe quicker. Like fire breathing.
Almost. Yes.
You said fire breathing.
Fire breathing.
Chiron looks very serious all of a sudden. Still tipsy, but just
You heard that,
Yes.
Chiron.
he just has that. He just yes.
I don't know.
I would like some of that as well. I think that sounds amazing.
Oh no.
If this hangover doesn't murder me in the morning, I shall be by first thing.
All right,
Well, I will definitely be by.
you enjoy your Zen water, and I will see you in the morning. And he
Zen
walks.
water.
Zen water.
I'm curious, in anyone's altered state, does anyone ask Brooke about the dragon anymore? What were you gonna say,
Oh,
Jack?
So I was gonna climb onto the table if there is one,
Yes, there is one.
and
Oh,
Brooke is gonna climb onto the table, and then I would like to use my commanding presence.
oh dear, what are you doing?
Okay, what does commanding presence do? I forgot. Can you put it in chat?
Yeah, sure. There we go.
Oh no.
I am very here for this.
When I make an intimidation, performance, or persuasion check, I can add a superiority die.
Okay.
But I mean, whether we want to do a roll for it or it's just more thematic, I wanted to use it.
Okay.
Brooke is gonna climb onto the table with the bottle and be like, I'm lately getting into the business of world saving, and everyone is welcome to come and drink some of this really cool drink. And he's just like lording this bottle around, offering it out to people.
Yeah, you're noticing that as the place gets more and more crowded, people are like, woo, let's go. And you can see Yargo looking at you as like a cleric of like, let's get fucked up, essentially. And like, he's like, yeah, this is awesome.
Brooke is just trying to get everyone in this entire place tripping.
Yeah, you do indeed succeed on making a good amount here. Do a persuasion roll to see how many people, just what percentage trips.
16.
But you get to add a superiority die.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
1d6 at the moment, right? Slash roll. 1d.
Yeah. It's like a 21.
Oh
yeah,
my
so you like
goodness.
basically like the entirety of the place is like, I'ma take some, yeah, and like the musicians like take a shot too, and then they just like go wild.
Oh yeah.
Once the musicians start going wild, I'm going to find still like the soberest person of the three of us. Gonna find like the prettiest girl, and I'm just gonna go grab her and just start dancing with her.
Hey.
Oh, okay. You find you actually find this Goliath woman who is, well, it depends on what your type is, but you find this Goliath woman who just looks like she could absolutely crush you with her thighs in just the best way.
Yes. Yes.
And she's like wearing thigh highs right now and like a little cute skirt and stuff, and she's just like, it's fun.
Oh dear.
Brooke is like still on the table. Badru,
Yeah, Badru's totally just like, yeah!
Yeah, Chiron and Brooke are like, we cheer when the team scores. Woo!
Me.
I think Brooke is gonna like grab Chiron's arm and be like, "This is just like the brothel. This is amazing."
I don't remember bangers like this happening at the brothel.
Yeah. That's it, man. There was some nights, man. It got crazy. Well, wait a minute. He,
I
like, looks
wasn't
down
there
at the
as
table.
often as you. What? You worked there. He didn't. No. So
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like I just wasn't there that long.
He like looks down at the tabletop and he's like, "Look, Chiron." He starts like stroking it.
Yeah, it's still doing a little wiggles. It still feels like it's like growing. It's like growing and moving.
Now we're just kind of like tripping out, just
He's like sitting in the corner.
just like poking.
While we are tripping out, while everyone else is tripping out, I don't know if we have time to do another full-on scam, but we probably have time to do something quickly. So, notes, get notes. Okay, so what do the people out in the field set up, or do you guys go ahead and join in? Because you probably make make a point to notice that the distillery is particularly fucked right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're gonna do this little thing, the best place to do this would be a bar.
Yeah. So we
you warm the crowd up, and then I'll hop in and we'll do the throne fight.
So
Mordecai versus Goliath playing together.
So Brick walks in, takes off his hat, sits his giant turtle shell that he usually uses as his walk, and uses his immovable rod and sits the shell on top of it to create an impromptu immovable desk. For his mighty strength. And he makes a big announcement. He kind of clears his arm.
So are you in the distillery where we're all just like jamming the fuck out right now?
He goes,
Cool.
we just walked in.
Yeah.
And he goes, he sets it up. He's got his little turtle shell table, and he goes, "Ha! Essex Lowlanders, which of you can defeat this?" And he just starts flexing. He rips off his shirts. He says, "Do you see this might of the mountains?" And he starts flexing his biceps, and he's doing, the whole, Arnold Schwarzenegger poses and everything. He says, "I have challenge for you. This bag of gold." And it's like 50 of his gold pieces. "You beat me, and it is yours. On top of that, my friends, everybody that enters for 1 gold piece, 2 gold pieces." He's looking over at Mordecai. Is that good? A good price? 2 gold pieces to challenge this mighty mountain of a man. And if you win, you'll get this. If not, your gold will be added. You can try as many times as you like.
Mordecai finds like the biggest dude in there, and I'm like, "Hey, see that guy over there, the loud half orc? He said for a fact he could whoop you in arm wrestling, and he called your mother a gibbering mouther." I couldn't believe it. Anyway, just thought you should know. All right, and I go around to a couple of the bigger guys, and I kind of repeat that to a few of them.
my god, that totally needs to be an official insult in every DM game, D&D game ever. Your mother's a gibbering mouther.
You fools. So you are about to learn the lesson as to why you should probably do investigation checks before you start something.
We're good.
And I just want Max to confirm in chat before I start, before this gets there, that he knows exactly what's about to happen. So you walk into Boozy's Tavern, the Boozy's Distillery, place your shell down on the immovable rod and challenge everybody to showing your muscles. Not everyone is completely understanding what you are showing. Y'all have made a mistake. Not completely understanding what is going on, but as soon as Mordecai starts the thing of arm wrestling, you tap on someone's shoulder and say that. Did you say arm wrestling? I forgot his name.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that he could
Yargo! We got an arm wrestling competition! Ding, 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 ding! From behind the bar, you start hearing a bell ringing. And once this bell begins ringing, you see Uskar Emberhelm, Knight of Yao, bust through the door. Is it that time again? This has been a thing since 2017. You just walked into my trap card.
What, Uskar whooping people in arm wrestling?
Uskar, since 2017, has been the reigning champion of arm wrestling in Yao. I have never had a player.
Until today.
Max beat me 3 times at arm wrestling, and I have never had a player beat Uskar. Are you ready?
I just picture a mage hand like rubbing Brick's shoulders. I know I'm supposed to be fighting him later.
He goes, hey, listen, my friend. That is not what you're going to do. Give me good slapping. I'm at my best when I'm angry.
Max, do you remember Uskar's last strength modifier? Do you remember Uskar's?
No, I don't share that. I want to find out the hard way.
Yeah.
Oh, DM it to me then. DM me Uskar's last strength mod. I don't remember whatever the last one he had was. Do that one.
He can roll a one.
In my head, the voice of Zero from Borderlands 2.
Oh god!
Fools, you've just activated my trap card.
That's literally what just happened.
All right,
you got this. But in case you don't, I'll see you later. No, dude.
So my very first challenger is basically the reigning champ.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm excited for this challenge then.
At this time, you also see a small goblin. And you're like, a goblin? But yes, a small goblin running around with a basket on top of his head. And he goes, bets, place your bets, bets. And the basket is in 2 sides. One side says Uskar, one side is the label that says challenger. Bets, place your bets. And like,
what does this thing? You're not taking over for us. We are running this contest.
Badger's seen Uskar, and he's seen Brick. Badger's putting two gold pieces in Uskar's bag.
You got this, Brick. I believe in you. Here's 5 gold on Uskar.
So
the entirety of the distillery and people from the outside too start gathering around and start being like, "There's no way Uskar can beat a half orc. Look at him. What the? Uskar's old." And the other guy's like, "Nah, man. Uskar's crazy. Whenever he rages, it's fucking wild." He's like, "But that guy looks like he can rage too." So like, there's just like all this like chattering. Like people are actually like kind of believing in you because you are a half orc. You are fucking huge. You know. Uskar is older.
Getting spit in his next stew for betting against me, I think.
Well, that's assuming you noticed.
I can't believe it.
That's assuming you see what I did.
Oh, yeah, I guess I don't know if you hit it or not. All right. So he looks him dead in the eye and says, Uskar, you're my first challenger. Could you come back tomorrow? I don't want to take an old man's money.
Oh.
Now, friend. You are not going to be taking my money. And he puts his thing there.
If you're so confident,
Don't do it.
wager more than my friend.
What do you want me to wager?
More than 2 gold pieces. You are about to scare off all of my opportunity, because if I beat you and everyone knows that you're the reigning, I will lose out on an opportunity to line my...
All our schemes have been
pocket,
spectacular failures so far.
I expect this to be the exact same.
Yeah.
Remember, his flaw is he's in debt from gambling. So.
He puts
What have I done?
he takes a fistful of gold and he's like, 20 gold. It's yours. You beat me.
Excellent.
This
We can
is
do this
exciting.
thing. He looks over at Mordecai. He winks at him. No?
Guy's like, motherfucker, you on your own.
Badru looks at his
I know I got money on him, so you got this.
at his Goliath dance partner. He whispers to her, "I know them both. This is gonna be hilarious."
He looks him stone cold in the face and says, "Just do me one favor, my friend. No matter which way this goes, try to take it easy on the shell."
So, Chiron, seeing an opportunity just to kind of get involved and have fun, walks up and stands between the two of them, uses thaumaturgy to increase his voice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And he's
Oh no, you got.
Oh,
you're
no,
getting,
no.
Oh no, you're getting fucking
We can't hear anything you're saying.
Hey.
no, why?
We're back.
Wait, what happened?
We're back.
Okay,
You're
we can hear
getting
you now.
It
What
just
is it
went
called?
for some reason.
Whenever you
Last
talk
time,
too loud.
Was I noise gating?
Yeah, you're noise
Oh,
gating.
yeah, maybe.
Oh no! All right, yeah, because I got all close. So he just because I wanted it to be loud, but so he just ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, gather round for the arm wrestling match of the year. And
Let's get ready to
He's a
rumble.
he's
Mordecai,
he's a little dumb and drunk right now. So
do you have any spells like enhance endurance or anything?
No. You need a bard for that. I was already looking. I was like, nope.
Brooke has like got a spoon in his bottle and he's like dinging it like the bell.
You don't happen to know enhanced strength? Didn't happen to put in your...
I got nothing that will help you.
We are in trouble then. Alright, look,
You got this.
once again, my friend. No hard feelings after this thing. You understand? It's just a friendly competition. Man against elderly.
yes, man.
It's elderly. Don't piss him off more.
It's bad too because I haven't rolled really good.
Yeah, no, they have not been good.
All right.
I trust you. I will allow, because I really feel like roll 20 is being stupid right now. I will allow you to roll real d20 if you want.
No, I'll go
Make
with
it-
the.
Make
I'll
it
go-
personal.
no. Yeah,
Make it
I'm gonna
personal.
go with
Make it
the.
personal.
I'm gonna go with the roll 20. I don't want any. When I beat your boy from 2017, I want it to
I'm
be
so
a
ready.
digital
You
imprint
wrote
on the
a check,
internet
bro.
forever.
I'm so ready.
I wrote a check. I just wrote a check that I can't cash. All right, so
We'll find out if you can cover it.
so we're locked in arms. You can see as our arms tighten, our biceps just turn into mountains. And he says, "Oh wait, 1 second." He reaches into his pouch and pulls out a nice can
Of
spinach. His muscles, burst. His hat stands up on end. He goes, "Oh, you're ready. Let us do this, my friend." And so that means I'll get advantage on the roll.
I also
And
get
I
advantage
will.
on the roll.
I know you do.
But I
When you
don't
said
know.
rage, I was like, damn it. There goes my advantage. All right. I'm a little off.
Uskar's
a little
literally just screams. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
and then kind of, are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh my god, look at how bad he did!
My God.
Did Uskar really just get dethroned?
Oh my
Justin, to close out the night, I give you free reign, my friend. Describe.
So, we lock eyes. Both of our biceps are just bursting with muscle. There's sweat dripping down our arms. We're locking eyes, and Brick is really impressed with him. He looks at him. He says, "I'll be honest. I didn't expect you to give me such trouble, but you know, when you go up against the Brick, you better be ready to be assaulted." And he pours out a little bit of his salt and slams his arm down. And he says, "I hope that wasn't the sound of your arm cracking underneath my might," and then flexes and takes on a pose, and he smiles, and you swear you see a little glimmer of light in his teeth. Please tell me there's a wizard that can do that.
Yeah.
As you do that, I cast the light on your
Yes! And he goes,
And then I kind of want to be like, your winner and new champion, Brick Shellebration! Like, just the whole big thing.
oh yeah. He goes, "I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank my mother and my father and all of the shell rays. No, we're not. We're the Shellowship of the Ring, or the
Shellowship.
Just the Shellowship.
Shellowship. I can't say that.
The
And
Shellowship.
to all my friends in the Shellowship, I couldn't have done it without you." He walks over to Mordecai and says, "My friends, this one was for you. I don't ever win anything. This is because of you. So whatever you did, excellent. You get extra portion of stew next week. I
I'm
promise."
just happy that I could help you with this fantastic victory, and I won't take more than half credit for it.
And that's what you get. And he splits. He gives him 11 gold pieces.
Hey.
Uskar.
Rick runs
Uskar
over
is.
and offers up some of the juice.
Yeah.
He runs over and offers up some of the absinthe.
To Uskar.
You won. Good job. No,
Okay.
to Brick.
Uskar comes over to Brick and extends a hand and says, "It's nice to see the new generation in town. I have faith that you will keep us safe."
This is, well, I just want you to know that I hope you took your medicine this morning. Because these pythons are sick!
Are you just gonna, not shake his hand?
Oh, I guess I should do this thing. Is this Airsick Lowlander thing? And then he does.
It is the Airsick Lowlander thing to shake hands.
Oh, boy. Oh, thank
And
God.
with that beautiful memory, we are going to go ahead and end, because we do have someone from Europe on the show. So we're going to go ahead and end. Freaking fantastic.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Holy.
What?
No, just this. No, just...
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Amazing.
This
Yeah,
is
it was amazing.
absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
I lost my mouse.
I had a really, really incredible time. This was a really good session, guys. I think we keep getting better and better. I do really need to go.
Yeah, same. Actually, my daughter needs to go to sleep.
All right,
Super
then
quick.
we will just for today, we will skip outros, and we will
Okay.
just say that we love everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much, and we will see you next week to actually deal with the Dragon's Age, because we kind of didn't deal with the Dragon's Age today.
But that's okay, had it.